बसा नीटवर तो ओएल होता ना 20% हाईक दिली की विषय झाला काय मोठं आहे ते ऑर्गनायझेशन नाही ओळख नाही लागत गावाला सर ॲडॉप करत बसले तरी एक रोज करतच नाही त्यांना 1000 माणसं आहेत म्हणून काय अनेक वाईट असतात माझी मत खूप करत नाही याला कळत नाही माणसं हँडल करायची ही स्वतःच गाणी ती सोडा गाडी समजून गाडी कार्यक्रम करतो गाडी घेतली आपण मी 2 वर्ष मॅनेजर जानेवारी जॉईन केलं. आहे ना गाडी आहे त्यांची, पण यांना नाही मॅनेजर लेवल नाही. फक्त ते म्हणतात रॅडापूर आहेत त्यांनी सांगितलं की जेवढे घेतले तर रॅडापूर आहेत 50 जणांना एक कंपनी बाकी कॉन्ट्रॅक्टचे पैसे
ग्रीन असते ग्रीन आणि जी नायरला आहे त्यामुळे ते रेस्कोर्सच्या मागे जे गव्हर्नमेंट क्वार्टर्स आहेत ना तिथेच राहिले त्यामुळे त्याचा ॲडव्हान्टेज आहे तो
And within 5 seconds we'll begin. Very warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of Dr. Swapnil Desai, Head Training Placement Department, and also on behalf of Shri P.N. Jumle, Director Board of Apprenticeship Training, Western Region, Mumbai, and Shri Nikhil Gangle, Assistant Director of Training, Board, Western Region, Mumbai. I, Anup Jadhav, Team TPO, would like to welcome all of you, the respected panelists, as well the Honorable HR community, Honorable Management of Vasantdada Patil Pratishthan, Mumbai, especially Advocate Shri Appa Sahib Desai, General Secretary, Dr. Ashok Chavan, Campus Director, VPP's Educational Complex, Dr. Praveen Yadav, Vice Principal, Shri Varun Desai, Registrar, all the heads, deans, the staff and the students of VPPCOE&VA. At the outset, let me express our affection and gratitude towards all the panelists and the HR community for accepting our invitation and giving your presence for the Industry-Institute Conclave 2026. Before we begin with the serious proceedings of today's Industry-Institute Conclave, may I request all the dignitaries to proceed for Devi Saraswati Pujan and light the traditional Deep Jyoti. Technical team, please play the Saraswati Vandana. Thank you. Let me for the state hand. Technical team, please play the hand. Please take your seat. Thank you. And let me brief you about the Industry-Institute Conclave 2026. Dear audience, we have autonomy, that is from the coming academic year 2026-27, we will be on our own. It means we need to manage many things, academic and administrative on our own, particularly and importantly, the curriculum development and its effective implementation and the exams, and not to mention the placements. In this connection, we have arranged this IIC 2026 to seek the esteemed panelists and the HR community's guidance on how we can undertake these activities. As the scenario of engineering and technology education changes rapidly with the advent and the danger of happening, and the engineering and technology houses are gearing up for the skill-based hiring. In view of all of this, we need to change the way we function. So the objective of this panel discussion is to is to create a meaningful connection between academia and industry and to seek the input of industry resources, academicians and the HR community to help us design the curriculum and to see that it helps our ultimate customers, the aspiring engineers. We also seek your guidance on how we can train our students so that they can confidently face the recruitment trials. In short, we plan to build on the following with your help. Bridge the industry academia gap, understand industry expectations, enhance employability of students, curriculum development and autonomy support, foster collaboration and partnerships with industry partners so to help our students secure internships, jobs and the thriving professional careers. And as we state our objectives, we hope you don't disappoint us. Thank you. May I now request Honorable General Secretary, Advocate Shri Appasaheb Desai to address the gathering on this occasion. Sir, please.
Good morning to all of you. First of all, I welcome all the personalities from the industry as well as institute for participating in this Industry-Institute Conclave. The occasion to have such conclave is to guide us, guide our faculties, guide our students, what is the requirement of industry and what the industry is expecting from the students. Luckily this year we got the autonomous status, but now we are in a position to frame a syllabus as per the need of the industry, as per the requirement of industry. Because nowadays everybody is thinking about placement, but it is not easy to get a placement. Before that we must train our students as per the requirement of the industry. And therefore we must know what industry really requires and whether it is possible for us to adopt the syllabus, adopt the curriculum as per requirement of the industry. Therefore on this occasion I am humbly requesting all the experts, please suggest us what is the requirement of industry, how we can incorporate in our syllabus, how we can make our students ready before getting a degree. And once they are ready, once they are expert as per required industry, then I don't think that there will be any difficulty in getting the job. Therefore on this occasion, definitely our faculty members, our students will get some ideas while preparing the syllabus, the curriculum. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Let me request the dignitaries on the dais to inaugurate the brochure of ERP department for the academic year 2026-27. Sirs, please. May I now request all the dignitaries on the dais to occupy their seats in the audience.
सगळ्याचा फोन घेऊन आणला आणि निविदा दिला त्यात सोडत नाही निविदा
here we come to the most important activity of the Industry-Institute Conclave 2026, the panel discussion. And it will be conducted on the relevance of curriculum in the wake of autonomy, how to bridge the gap between industry demands and academic offerings. May I now ask our final year student from Department of Computer Engineering, Rushi Sawant, to come to the dais and conduct the said panel discussion. Rushi, please.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. I am Rushi Sawant, a final year computer engineering student who will be host of the panel IIC discussion. The topic suggests as relevance of curriculum in wake of autonomy, bridging the gap between industry requirements and academic offerings. Today, we are here with this discussion for a very sole and whole reason of the alignment of industry with the curriculum. Without a further delay, I would like to introduce our panelists who will be guiding us throughout this discussion. First, I would like to introduce Shri Amol Chavan. He is an academic and administrative professional associated with Walchand Education Ecosystem in Maharashtra. He is Head Education Services, NICMAR and Walchand, and Hindustan Construction Company, HCC, contributing to academic industry collaboration. Now, I would request Advocate Shri Appasaheb Desai to felicitate Shri Amol Chavan sir. So please. So please, for the photo, be on the stage. Amol sir, please occupy the stage. Amol sir, please. Next we have on the panel Dr. Sheetal Kumar Ravandar. He is an academic professional serving as Dean of Placements at Pimpri-Chinchwad Education Trust. His leadership also extends as the President of All India TPO Association and Maharashtra TPO Association. He plays key roles in strengthening industry-institution collaborations and enhancing student employability. Now, I will request Campus Director Dr. Ashok Chavan to felicitate Dr. Sheetal Kumar Ravandar. So please. Thank you, Chavan sir. Ravandar sir, please occupy the seat on stage. Next, we have Mr. Gaurav Gilani. He is Talent Acquisition and Academic Alliance Professional, known for bridging the gap between industry and academia. As Head of Talent Acquisition and Academia Alliances at TCS, he focuses on building strategic hiring pipelines, campus engagement programs, and partnership with educational institute. Now, I will request Campus Director Dr. Ashok Chavan sir to please felicitate Mr. Gaurav Gilani. Thank you, Chavan sir. Gaurav sir, please have a seat on the stage. Next, I would like to introduce Dr. S.N. Khot. He is principal of Father Constantino Rodriguez Institute of Technology, Mumbai. He has played a key role in strengthening academic programs, promoting research activities, and enhancing industry-institute interactions at the institute. Now, I would request Deputy Director Board Shri Nikhil Gangre sir to felicitate Dr. S.N. Khot. Sir, please have a seat on the stage. Thank you, Congress sir. Next, I would like to introduce Ashay Vadarkar. He is a banking professional currently serving as Vice President at CT Bank. Prior to CT, he has also held the role of Vice President at JP Morgan Chase, where he has gained experience in large-scale banking operations, technology, and financial solutions. Now, I would request Deputy Director Board Shri Nikhil Gangre sir to felicitate Mr. Ashay Vadarkar. Ashay sir, please have a seat on stage. Thank you, Nikhil sir. Next, I would like to introduce Manish Kumar Jha. He is a cybersecurity and cloud technology leader, currently serving as Vice President, Security Architecture, Cloud and Innovation Specialist at Barclays. He specializes in designing secure cloud architects and driving innovation in enterprise security frameworks. Now, I would request Vice Principal Dr. Praveen Yadav to felicitate Mr. Manish Kumar Jha. So, please. Manish sir, please have a seat on the stage. Thank you, Praveen sir. Next, we have Dipankar Goswami. He is an academic and creative professional serving as an assistant professor at MIT School of Fine Arts and Applied Arts. He is involved in teaching, mentoring and guiding students in areas related to fine arts, design and applied arts. Now, I would like to request Registrar Mr. Varun Desai to felicitate Mr. Dipankar Goswami. Sir, please. Thank you, Varun sir. Dipankar sir, please have a seat on the stage. Next, we have Ravi Gaud. He is a research and development professional working as manager research and development at Meson Systems Private Limited. He is involved in leading product development and innovation in industry automation. Now, I would request Head Training and Placement Department, Dr. Swapnil Desai to felicitate Mr. Ravi Gaud. Ravi sir, please occupy the stage. Thank you, Swapnil sir. Now, I would request the audience to give them a huge round of applause for being over here. Okay, now since we are here, firstly, all of us have been introduced to the audience. I would just give the brief of the audience who are we having the discussion for. This discussion is for the academia, the professors that we are having over here, our very own management, the HRs of various companies across Maharashtra, and our very own students. So without a further delay, I would like to have each of every one of yours opinion on this topic, where being an autonomy, how there should be relevance of industry and the academic offerings. I would like to start with Ashay sir. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rushi. So, thank you so much for making me a part of this panel. Very happy to return. Just our information, I am the ex-student of this college actually. So, very happy to be back here. And having said that in terms of this current topic for today, I feel it's a very good initiative. I feel sometimes there are different ways at which industry looks at the particular curriculum, and there's a different perspective what a college might have from an industry perspective. I'm hoping today's discussion will bring some kind of light. We are able to shed some of light, especially few of us who are from industry, who can add some of our industry perspectives, and then some of the academicians who can help us understand from their perspective as well. So that's where I think the discussion can go through. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here today. Being there in the TCS organization for 18 years on the business side, and then since 7 years I've been there on the HR area, where I think in my introduction you mentioned about I was heading the academic alliance and then the talent acquisition. So gone are the days where we work in a silo mode. When I say we, as in the industry and the academia, it's more of an agile world that we are into. And to make it very simple for the audience to understand, I'll not take much time, but with an example, I would be able to make you understand that what is the importance in terms of industry and academia working together. Say for example, I'm owner of a house and I want to decorate my house, and for that I have hired an interior designer. Now, if interior designer and I don't work along together, okay, maybe I can give my requirement, he can do whatever he wants, and then finally one fine day after 1 year he tells me that this is your house, this is what I have done for your house. But that is not what exactly I wanted. Okay, so that is the reason both of them needs to work together, because finally whatever he is going to design is going to be consumed by me. And here, if I try to correlate this example with what industry and academia is, the students which are actually getting ready in the institute are going to be absorbed by the industry. And if industry do not share their inputs in terms of what exactly what they want, at the end, then finally the feedback that comes from the industry is your quality is not as good as what we've been looking for. And this is always a challenge, and that is the reason we always say that this college might not be okay because we were looking for X and what we are getting is Y. But why didn't industry come in first go with the academia, worked with them throughout the entire 4-year process in terms of what exactly they are looking for, and then when you come for placement, I'm very sure you will get what you actually desire or what you wanted. So this is a very important phase where industry should not directly come on the placement day and consume students, okay, or maybe get the students, give the offer letter to the students. They should be there with the academia throughout, give their inputs in terms of what is required, bridge the gap which is there in the curriculum, because finally curriculum is where the student actually undergoes it, and work together. And at the end, when the placement day comes, come and hire people. I'm sure you will get what exactly you want. So that is a need of an hour, and I think I'll stop because there are still 8 more people. If everybody takes 3-4 minutes, the entire panel discussion will go for that. So thank you so much.
Can I request one thing? Let all members complete. Then I'll bring back.
See, I'm not an academician, neither I'm an industry fellow. I sit into the governance of the institution at many places. So I have a slight input for today's panel discussion from the governance of the institution aspect. I believe autonomous institutions, every autonomous institution will have its own curriculum. I don't think teaching a microprocessor or teaching cement concrete technology differs from any one place to other place. You go to A college, B college, C college, the fundamentals are going to remain same. So I do not think much innovation is required in curriculum. Much innovation is required in delivery mechanisms, where the process fails a lot. Everybody comments, or even the recent survey talks about only 15 or 16% of engineering graduates are employable. And that is hard reality. Tell me one single company which recruits students without their own assessment criteria. They have their own examination that certifies that our examination system is not acceptable. Our topper in the university is not acceptable. He may fail in their exam. So industry has their own perspective looking towards the employability, looking at the requirement of industry, which is not being addressed by academic institution in a large way. Yes, this is reality. But again, the problem with educational institute is also different. Because if you look at educational institute, they have their own mandate of accreditation, students, entire development, where we are supposed to educate the students, not to train the students. And when we educate them, we have our own research, our own parameters of educational outcome. And there how the struggle happens. Most of our time goes into this thing. I also see a fundamental flaw into the policy. I mean, one of the stakeholders in this is the policy makers. I'll take 1 minute of explaining the analogy with medical education. See, none of our commenters in this society talks about doctors are not capable in treating the patients. Our medical education system is considered as one of the best education systems. Why? Because fundamentally the education, medical education is associated fundamentally with the teaching hospitals, which is the not case with us. We have Industry-Institute partnership we talk about. 50 years we have been talking on this. The failure still remains, which is not a case with hospitals. There is never medical college and hospital association because it is inbuilt. Shadowing the doctor during the learning days is the fundamental key. The doctors work not only as a professor there, but also work as a treating physician. And there the students learn a lot during the entire process of teaching, which is not a case with us. Now we can't do anything on that because we don't have that approach. What I see, if this is the point which I have to conclude in opening talk, I believe that your system, your curriculum, your pedagogy or your learning system should be in such a that it should shadow the industry. So that 3 years, 4 years down the line, the industry should feel relevant to absorb the student. That gap will be minimized. Thank you.
Hello, I'm the alumni of same college only. From past 10 year 2019 I passed it out, and I see as a I am in messing systems. We design product over there for industrial as well home automation and building automations. And what I feel when I interview a candidate or freshers only, I feel the same gap which I feel in when I pass out in 2019. The situation is the same today as well, as I interview a lot of freshers as well. I totally agree with the sir, as I said. There is a no concept is there. We can learn concept in the college, but what the practical approach is there? What practical issues we face in labs actual, which is we are feeling a huge gap in between practical approach and the theoretical ways, and which I like to wins. We can say should be added in curriculum as well. How the practical approach should be. What are the failure we face when we do the practical, which are not has been taught in theory as well. That I would like to conclude. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Vasantdada Patil, Pratishthan, Swapnil sir and his team for taking this nice initiative. Dear friends, if we come to autonomy, it's a kind of freedom. Freedom to do something good for the betterment of the students. And I think conventionally what is happening in our education system, we are preparing the students for exam and the entire education system is revolving around exams. घोका आणि परीक्षेत जाऊन ओका आणि त्यानंतर 10 दिवसांनी त्या विद्यार्थ्यांना विचारलं तर त्यांना ते माहिती नाहीये. So if we compare it with the industry expectations, their expectation is they want problem solvers, and for that we have to make sure that the students are thinking properly. So that critical thinking is missing in current scenario, and that's why we have to work more and more on problem statements. Those might be industry's use test cases or something. So there the major thing is theory and practical. Probably conventionally what we are doing 60-70 or in some cases 65 to 85% we are focusing on only theory, and industry wants practical things, right? And here we have to exactly shift our percentage probably. Maybe it might be in terms of curriculum as today's major agenda is. So curriculum, our curriculum is generally designed by our own academicians, isn't it? And otherwise also there are some people on board of studies, but they are our own friends and they don't know our education system. And teachers, we know, I'm also a teacher, we are convenient with our own comfort zone, and we have our own subjects for last many years and we want to protect those subjects, the same subject we are continuing. So probably we have to come out of it and we have to make sure that instead of 70-30, theory 70 and practical 30, we have to exactly reverse it. And then only probably students will do more and more projects, they will do more and more practicals, and practicals also should not be conventional practicals. Those should be use test cases of industry of respective department. Who should actually design this syllabi? So in curriculum, even though we design, we have to take, I think, permission or not permission, at least endorsement of the industry. So if the syllabus is for computer IT, probably we can involve some IT services companies, some IT product companies, and bodies like NASCOM and L&D department. Each company has learning and development department, or whatever they call as per their analogy. So their endorsement will definitely help us out, because when we say the students are with us, with academia for 4 years, and with industry they remain for 40 years. So what they want is more important. If we see a best example, the training given by Infosys in their Mysore campus, it is considered as one of the best in entire world. What they do, I asked one of my alumni, what is the difference? He was a good volunteer. I saw so many volunteers here. So he was one of my volunteer, TNP volunteer. He said, sir, they teach theory for some 2-3 hours, and immediately after that they conduct practicals. And there he said, sir, major difference is there. We concept and its practical orientation is done at the same time with the same relevance. And they said it's rigorous. Solving the problem on that particular thing. So problem solving they are doing immediately, and that's why students are becoming, in their terms, deployable or billable immediately. If we see our credit system, I think around 160 minimum credits are required. Out of that also, when I see internships, so as per my opinion, projects and internships should be given proper importance. So minimum, as per AICTE norms, out of this 160, minimum 14 to 20 credits have to be given by any institute for internship. And here comes the role of industry. Industry has to make sure that so many internships they should create, so that these students who are coming out of the colleges are relevant to the industry. And I think there we have to see that industry's need is different. We try to send them for 2 months internship, right? 2 months are not at all sufficient. They say in couple of months they can just have introduction of different departments, and still we are not ready to give them whatever inputs are, and they are going out of the companies. So minimum 4 to 6 months, not 4 even, industry says 6 months internships are needed. And here academia has to be bit flexible, because we say there are no chances that we will give almost around 14 to 16 credits, and each credit needs 40 to 60 hours. Right, so approximately 600 hours we have to give. So this can be extra. AICTE doesn't say that only 160 you have to restrict. So we can increase, because nowadays, because of more autonomous institutes, when we interact with the industry is saying in autonomy, every student we are saying he is having minimum 85 or 90 percentile or whatever you call 8 or 9 CGPA. And when we ask them questions, they are not able to tell us particularly the practical solutions. And there I think we have to think a lot, and we have to make sure that our exam system is also not oriented like explain this, explain that. We have to come to the maybe more serious questions like design this, design that, and then probably we will be able to do justice. As far as projects are concerned, I asked one of the professors.
Sir,
Yeah.
I would like to interrupt.
Yeah, I will conclude.
Yes.
So one example, last example, I will conclude with that. One of the NTU University Singapore's professor was there in our institute for international conference. When I asked him, sir, what is the educational difference between NTU Singapore and our Indian, because he was from Chennai. He said, sir, there we do one project per subject, and here we do one project in entire 4 years. So he said our students are doing almost 8 semesters multiplied by approx 40 projects their students are doing, and our students do one project or at least in some institutes it is a mini project in the 3rd semester, from maximum 2. So there we have to probably think. Thank you so much.
Hi, I am Manish Kumar Jha. I am 2009 pass out of this college from Information Technology Department. I think 2 or 3 professors will be there who can recognize me. I don't know if she can recognize me, but I can recognize. So little, I think only just 2 words for me. I am working Barclays as a solution architect for the cloud. And I started in 2009. And when there was placement going on, when I started my job, in the final year presentation, I saw some of them giving their vivas and black books and everything. We 3 friends have just one question. Will we get a job? I think most of the people will have that question, will get a job. At that moment, that AI was not there. But the thing is, we are still there after 16 years, by God's grace, by this college education, we are at a good place. Now the thing is, I'll tell you what we miss actually in colleges. So I work for Barclays, I go for hiring, I have 2 or 3 interns in my team. I'll give a simple example. I think 3 months back, one student was hired for the internship program, and Barclays gives around 6 months of paid stipend internship. So I told her, go and develop this module. I was not expecting anything from her. I just told her, go and develop this module. She came back and told me, Manish, I don't know the entire concept. I know the concept, I know the oops and everything. I don't require right now. I have something to deliver. I need you to go and just develop that program. And this is a fact. If she was able to deliver, I could have given more work to them. This is the industry practice which I am telling you. If I know she or he or she will not be able to deliver, I need to give some task to her. I will give a simple task. Go and change the button colors. So this is the perfect example of what I am saying. Right now, you might all have been learning something called vibe coding. Is anyone aware of vibe coding? In Barclays, we say buddy programmer. When we hire an intern on the payroll of Barclays, we assign a senior programmer or program manager or a developer with it. So that after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, she is more able to take more tasks, more deliveries, and she can learn more. What I think from this college industry, now we have become autonomous. That has to be done here also. While you guys, the college professors, are designing, ask from the industry. People who are ex-alumni, I know most of the people over here of passing on this college at a good company. They are easily available to help you. You need to just approach them to bridge that gap. So basically, I want to go with the Y programming code. If you see Claude right now, if you use Claude, ChatGPT, you integrate in your IDs and everything, that is called buddy programming. It will help you. At the end of the day, you are the developer, you are the owner of that code. If that code fails, AI won't help you. Not a company will help you. At the end of the day, you need to know the basics of everything. That will be my guideline. Thank you.
Sir, I think all of them are buddy programmers over here.
So you need that one for it.
Yes, right. Good morning, everyone. This is Dipankar Goswami from School of Fine Art and Applied Art. Though I am not an engineer, but yes, I am from Visual Art department. But as per today's topic, my previous speakers already they said everything, nothing new to say. But I must say only one thing that कि पानी की बहाव जिस तरह होती है, नाव उसी तरह ही चलाया जाता है, उल्टी दिशा में नहीं बहती है ना? So whatever the syllabus we are designing, so the entire syllabus should be student centric. We need to know only one thing, that after completion of 4-year degree course and master degree course, the students need to be join the industry. So our syllabus should be according to this. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for us to place the student in industry. Thank you very much.
So I need to add just one thing. Hello. Previously, we used to think we all are full stack developers, right? Industry needs now that. Because previously, 5 years back, 3 years back, one was UI developer, one was database developer, one was Java developer. Right now, after the coming of cloud AI, we need full stack developers. So be prepared for that. Because I am saying this because just a simple example, I was just waiting outside. Someone was coming to submit their black book, some project files. So I was very much excited to see that project file after 16 years. So I just asked them, what have you done here? But no, I'm not part of this one. I've just done the design part. No, you will fail in doing the first part itself. When you go for the interview, if you're designing a project, you should know everything. You can't say at that moment that I was part of design, not part of solution, not part of architect. You need to understand everything. Still, you are part of design, but you should understand what was the project, what was the architect, and where you were involved. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I think I am a academician. I take a liberty to speak at the end. Why? I think we are talking many things. We are only thinking about what is required, but we are not discussing about how that can be achieved. What is engineering education per se? Education, we are training human being to become capable of doing something at the end of 4 years. Now, what qualities are required in engineer? And to be an effective engineer, I can say, all very basic and fundamentals. What is important? Conceptual understanding, application, analysis, and design. If you can prepare content which actually enables students to build these particular skill sets, automatically they can fulfill all the requirements. What is lagging is, because our forefathers, academicians were very good, very innovative. They actually created courses which are teaching now also, but many times without understanding why they introduced those kind of courses. Each course has a particular perspective. Some courses may help in building strong ability in terms of application. Some course may help building ability in terms of analysis. Some courses may be designed for only teaching design perspectives. I think which course content we design actually, we need to think very clearly and effectively what is the purpose of this course. Mainly what Amol also said rightly, the process, the teaching is getting actually diluted, and wherein we need to strengthen. Because while teaching, we need to aim what abilities needs to be enhanced in the students, and whether they achieve that at the end of the course, that needs to be also assessed. Our examination system and academic processes needs to be strengthened. The curriculum is not just referring few universities or few institutes curriculum and just compiling and putting, and then what happens at the end? The curriculum is taught in descriptive manner. And there are some courses, prerequisites. I think in many places, people are not able to connect multiple courses together to teach that essence. Because in one course, you can't teach everything. So there are some courses. Even in computers, I can say operating system is taught separately, data structure is taught separately, programming is taught separately. Can you work in isolation? But how many students and how many teachers are integrating those perspectives while teaching is also equally important, right? So in the same manner, in other programs, even in mechanical, basic fundamental courses based on that applications and even domain, design and all, needs a lot of understanding. The teachers needs to connect, and then what basic understanding needs to be evolved and then applied in due course of time for building capability of problem solving in an innovative and critical manner. I think if you can achieve that, many things automatically happens. It is not only the curriculum, it is implementation, even assessment of students. I think autonomy is not just for the sake of advantage, it comes with what responsibility also. The curriculum needs to be designed for achieving this particular assessment, and then even teaching also should happen to achieve that, and even your examination needs to be conducted to assess whether students attain those capabilities or not. So revamping of entire process is essential. It is not only curriculum development. So curriculum may be very nice, but if it is teaching process is not done properly and assessment in university question papers, explain, discuss, all this, wherein only In academics, we say pedagogical approaches, Bloom's taxonomy 1 and 2. All engineering students only roam around 1 and 2, wherein 3, 4, 5, 6 are more important.
True, true.
So I think that perspective needs to be taken, and just then if you do that, and then what particular capabilities are required, that feedback can be taken from industry, and in each course that perspective needs to be strengthened, and finally it needs to be checked whether the outcome is achieved or not. If that is done, I think that will be a good step at the beginning. Thank you.
True, sir. So true about that. So now we have very diverse opinions of both the what you can say sectors, that is the industry and academia, and this is what this discussion is for. Now, before we start, we have seen a non-linear growth of the industry in the few years, specifically last 5 years we talk about. So my question to you, Ashay sir, it is that what has exactly changed in the industry in the last 5 years that the academia is trying to catch up with, like is still in the process?
Yeah, thank you for that question. So that's a very relevant question today. To be honest, there's been some kind of paradigm shift, especially post-COVID, if you see, because the expectation of how work has to be done has completely changed. The concept of work from home didn't exist as such prior to the COVID period. And now suddenly, because of the existence of work from home, there is an expectation of availability at all time. And that's the attribute which is expected right now. So in terms of how we are looking, how the industry has moved ahead from industry is, one thing is how Manish also rightly mentioned, is the expectation of having knowledge of everything. So you cannot say because you're an engineer of a particular field, your expectation is only to be only to have knowledge of a particular field, except what are you capable of knowing things outside the world. So for example, because I am coming more from a financial field right now, if I am supposed to be a developer, I also have to have some kind of understanding of the market as well. For example, the oil crisis, the Iran war which has happened. How is it affecting my portfolio? How things have changed, how things are modifying. Now, if I'm going from a curriculum perspective, I know there would be certain points which need to be taken care of in terms of the basic knowledge, which everyone needs to have. But the idea is curriculum has to, or the academy has to kind of bridge this gap by introducing topics which could be also be catering to the usual normal world which on the market side. So one of the examples which I can give is we have a very good tie-up with BITS in our organization. And how they have managed to bridge this gap is they frequently come back to us every 6 months asking what is something which you guys are doing in the trend which we are not doing, and what is lacking in my curriculum. So they've introduced this dual model, simple thing. So basic, you're an engineer, maybe any field, IT, engineering, mechanical, electrical, mechanical. But then they have a minor subject in finance, economics, marketing. What it kind of gives is, it gives a perspective to a student in those 4 years when they're kind of learning the traits of engineering, like how the other world can be connected to engineering as well. So that is one of the ideas which I feel that how in the 5 years how industry has moved, how other academies trying to catch up, and something if we are, which we have we have attained autonomy now. One of the areas which you can try to pitch is how we can modify the curriculum attached to that.
So what we can take from your suggestions is over here that the follow-up back of each and every industry trend that must be in 6 months or 3 months needs to be taken up. Right. So speaking about, you spoke about financial background. I would like to know from Ravi sir that what exactly in the electronic, I know you are from an electric background as well, working as a professional. So what shift has been there in the last 5 years in that industry, which needs to be revived in the electronics department as well?
Hello. First of all, electronics has not been changed in last 5 years. Same electronics over there in 1990s as well, in present as well. Only the tools are came over here, which make things easier. So nothing has been changed. Concepts are same. Resistors, capacitors works as like earlier as well. Only I think in academics needs to be adapt to the tools. What the tools, as we say, ChatGPT has came. In electronics, I think ChatGPT will not be able to make a PCB design, or it could not make a circuit. It can help you to select the component, which are the alternative ones, which are available in the market, what will be the ideal cost price will be there as a finance as well. So it will help a lot as a tool. So I think we need to adapt the latest tool for designing PCBs, for mechanical design, how AI can easily do the mechanical constraints, thermal constraints with the electronics as well. So I think we need to adapt new technologies in electronic sectors. That's it.
So new additions need to be made to the electronic industry. That is what we take from.
Yes, probably tools we have to learn.
Yeah, sure. Again, speaking about electronics, now I would like to move to. Yeah, yes, sir.
I think electronics is changing. Now we are talking about nano level. I think we need to even think about, because semiconductor industry, component manufacturing, there is a specific focused area of PLI schemes offered by Government of India for manufacturing sector, component manufacturing. Many things are changing. I think in that particular perspective, awareness also needs to be created. So maybe around Navi Mumbai, I think 100-acre plant is already handed over to one electronics company. The business models will change. Electronics systems will be built in India, designed in India, tested in India. I think that particular perspective also has to be taken.
Yes, sir.
So, new business model, new requirements.
Right. Yes.
Yes, I agree with the sir, but I'm talking about entire world. Means in India, the electronics are emerging. We can say manufacturing are Make in India we initiative, but we thought we compare with the world. If we discuss about the world, there is a manufacturing company as well. Means semiconductors are over there also. Means we have to learn compare to them as well, not only Make in India as well.
Sure. So that is something what we put up with the electronic industry as well. Now I would like to have a perspective from a very creative side. My question to you, Dipankar sir, is what has changed in the creative industry? What students have, you being from an academic background, have seen students evolving in terms of creativity?
As per industry norms, I think the students right now, whatever they are doing knowingly or unknowingly, but being a faculty members, we need to guide the students. Whatever the industry needs, right now they don't have any, they are not getting that kind of exposure, the what they exactly do. So being a faculty or academician, it's our duty also to guide the students regarding this. I think this is the simplest way we can sort out this issue.
Yes, sir, exactly. Coming to this point as well, Coach sir, I want to ask you this question, that while aligning the curriculum with the industry, we have not fully succeeded from our end as well. So as sir said, how can we inculcate that in our curriculum? What industry needs?
I think one is continuously interacting with industry and understanding what changes are coming in and accommodating those. Parallelly, I think your standard laboratory setups may not be good enough. I think we need to start changing our perception of our building infrastructure required for engineering colleges. And I believe strongly the industrial instrumentation needs to enter in academic institutes And students, if they're conversant with using those particular tools, I'm talking about core per se, core engineering, and then automatically that ability also get enhanced. And similarly, when you talk about soft computing side, I think whether we have that particular infrastructure support to do those kind of things. Now we talk about AI, how many GPU machines each institute has, and whether that capability is built in, and whether our students can start taking those particular projects, because we are talking about enhancing capabilities in the students, and without working on the problems, without building solving capabilities, problem solving capabilities, can you achieve those? I think this, along with curriculum, we need to even strengthen laboratory infrastructure required for program specific. But while doing that, we should not go with what standard monotonous many years we are building as standard laboratory demonstrative setups. Instead of demonstrative setup, we can build infrastructure which can be used for project as well as research, and that can be used by the students so that they also becomes more conversant.
So what we speak over here is of a great infrastructure that contributes to the organization and the students' development also. My question to you, Amol sir, over here is that from an administrative perspective, how relevant do you feel that getting all the machineries, everything, is feasible for an organization and to maintain it as well?
See, it is expected that the fundamentally we should have things in place. That's commitment of organization to have basic infrastructure in place. I don't think there is any challenge in that in the every organization. The problem comes at advanced stage. Then lack of financial resources, lack of many other aspects comes in. But then collaborative approaches also. As what sir said, we don't have much of advanced machines, but if institute has an approach towards using those kind of things, it is not difficult. You can approach, you can collaborate with people and get it done.
I just wanted to add, I think educational institute also needs to collaborate, and then if one facility is available with the institute, instead of creating same facility, they can use that facility and they can build another area, so that sharing of resources may also be possible, and then training of students also becomes, I can openly announce, it is single layer as of now. We have, because the multi-layer I didn't build, there is a technical problem and pollution issue. In our institute, industry gate PCB fabrication plant is already there. We even announced programs, but very few students comes from other institutes. But it is, and then we integrated that particular lab part of curriculum for electrical electronics programs.
See, even SIDAC has offered national super computing facility, NSM facility. My institute is model center for it. So I don't think infrastructure is a big challenge. You can have it, you can collaborate it, you can go. It's approach. Important is approach. How your faculty, because see, if you look at the structure of engineering, it's almost 40-50 courses that we teach. The teacher of a course is a master of the subject. He decides, he is the boss of the subject. So then what is to be taught, what is to be that objective, I mean, we have academic philosophy for it, objectives to be mapped. How we do that, what are those resources available, where these are available. And again, as I said, most of the things are process oriented. You have to have more practice to be given. What industry expects, two things they expect. There are two different approaches. One is people expect ability. The engineer or the student who is coming to them should be capable to do things. Colleges needs to ensure that we build capacities, we build these capabilities. A. Second approach could be skilling, more on the practice, more on the tools. So you need to devise, because ultimately, example, if I'm talking about a mechanical engineer, roughly 15-16 job roles in the industry at early stage. If you enter into a purchase department, I don't require to understand the Fourier series or Laplace transform. Correct? But an engineer, it is required. So typically it is normally loosely also said that whatever I have taught in, whatever I have learned in my theory, I never applied because my job role is different. So this aligning of job role is more important at the later stage of your engineering education. But at early stage, the fundamentals are very important, and that builds the capabilities. So your academic philosophy should be building the capabilities at early stage, and then specializing towards certain job roles. If at all you are dedicated towards it. If not, then you should build overall capabilities.
I just wanted to react on this. I think many students may be having this notion. So engineering institutes or academic institutes per se at large, even including foreign universities, nobody is training any student for a particular industry or a particular job role. What is important is building capabilities which are essential to play a role in professional career. So in that particular perspective it has to be taken, and then this curriculum content is playing a role in human development, and that exactly same content may not be useful in your professional career, but the content become a medium of human training for achieving those capabilities. I think in that context it has to be seen. Otherwise many students, they say, oh, this course is not important for me, but what capabilities that course is imbibing in the student, that they forget.
Right. I'll just add one more point. See, one more missing element in education system, in our education system, is integration of subjects. We don't integrate. If I'm learning chemistry in first year, I'm learning something else, mathematics in probably M3 or M1 or M2. And I'm also learning something satellite communication at third year or fourth year. No teacher explains us the integration of it. What is the role of chemistry, materials, the mathematics behind it during the high advanced subjects. So what I would rather give an emphasis that along with the curriculum mapping, it is important that the faculties come together, integrate the concepts and then deliver to the students. That's more.
Right, sir. So you are implying on actual applications of the core subjects that we study. So coming to this exactly point, Gaurav sir, I would like to ask you this question. Instead of academia designing the whole curriculum themselves, why don't industry co-create with the curriculum as well, so that again to give a practical exposure?
Yeah. So I did mention about it that industry should work with the academia, and that is the reason I think I think one of the delegate mentioned that we need to have board of studies meeting, and that is absolutely required because I'm sure I think academia are the ones who have greater experience in terms of how the curriculum has to be. So it's not entirely designed by the industry. Academia need to be there, but certain representations from the industry will help in terms of giving the industry inputs in terms of how this particular topic has to be taken into consideration from the application perspective. Because I think a lot of panels spoke about more of practical knowledge, more of skill oriented, application oriented knowledge is what we've been looking for. I'm sure I think industry working in that area would know in terms of what is a real-time application of maybe cloud, or what is a real-time application of AI, or what is a real-time application of cyber. So when those people come on the board, along with the academicians that who are there as a part of the board of studies, they can work together and they can come out with a curriculum which is definitely, as sir mentioned, the fundamentals have to be strong. And that's what I think when the electronics question came up, electrical, then sir mentioned that nothing has changed. What was there before is what is there right now also. That will not change. It's like 1 + 1 = 2 is in India also, in America also, Australia also. You cannot say that 100 saal pehle 1 + 1 was 3 and today is 1 + 1 is 1. That will remain same. But the way it gets deeper into it, as sir mentioned, nano, semiconductors, all of them have come into picture. But again, my basics have to be very strong. So that is something which I am sure academia and industry can work together. Sir also mentioned in terms of a faculty giving them the entire overview that if you're doing chemistry, why chemistry is important for the engineering. There has to be a link that has to be shown, a bigger picture has to be shown. I think that is really missing. It was missing earlier, it is missing right now as well. So again, no one to blame for. I'm not saying it's academia is not doing or industry is not doing. I think it's a high need where both of them need to come together and need to work in terms of what do we do for the betterment of the society and for the nation.
Right.
Yes,
That's
I would like to add one thing.
yes, sir.
The same thing we are facing right now because the students, those are coming from the internship. So most of the industry mentor, they are saying that yes, syllabus is not up to the mark and it is not industry oriented. So they are just blaming on academic. So rather than this, if the industry people they come to the college and they are putting their efforts, then I hope so. Whatever the issues we are facing right now, we can definitely sort out this.
Right, sir. Again, coming to Ravandra, sir, the whole discussion that we just had, can we have a notion that industry can be, again, not training but educating the students, the same students who they can recruit, like it can be a great efficient model of employability also. So,
Yeah, that is actually happening. Most of the industries, if we see nowadays, if industry is making it possible for us to understand what is happening there, I can quote some examples also. For example, Tata Technologies is one of the good company, so we have tie-up with them. What they are doing, first train the trainers. So they are training our faculty members for almost a couple of weeks. Our faculty members were there in the company and they were not reporting at all to the college, and they were taught initially the concepts, latest tools which they are using, industry is using, and in last few days they were actually given some problem statements and they were asked to work on those problems, and it went on very well. The feedback from those faculty members was such that it was amazing, and now not only they are trained, thousands of students in next few years which will be undergoing the training, they will get the benefit. For example, I will also quote Capgemini. So Capgemini has 3 different MOUs with us. One is for automotive, another one is for embedded, and third is model-based system engineering. So what they do on these latest technologies, they select some students, they train them for almost 8 years. Most of the part our faculty members and some part is given by them. So it is definitely helping us, and regularly we have meetings, almost every week we have meetings with them, and it helps us to understand where we are going, whether it is correct or not, and then they definitely help us out. As I said, industry not only is helping, when institute is going one step ahead, industry probably is coming 10 steps ahead. So that is happening.
yes, sir. Yes, sure.
I think we are last 2 years we are autonomous. We are experimenting many things, but parallelly we are building infrastructure also. And one industry support I just wanted to add. Our few faculties are trained and certified by even TCS and Wipro. So in AI, cyber security, multiple domain. The way the training is designed by industry, I think many faculties are taking cue and bringing that particular perspective in the curriculum development of laboratories particularly. Because earlier it was standard, some simple experiments and all. Now we are changing that perspective. We are bringing task-oriented activities where students will be given an opportunity of learning and integrating multiple tasks. This happened because of what the industry training achieved by our faculty.
Right, sir. Exactly. So what we get to know from this is that, again, I would like to re-quote Ravandra sir, that institutes needs to take a step ahead, and then the industry will be prospering. Yes. Again, now speaking about the students as well, what is the common pattern of successful students getting placed? Have you seen throughout your placement perspective, and who are the students who couldn't get passed through it?
Okay, that's a nice question, really important in today's perspective. So we have to first understand which students are getting selected. So those students who become serious in early phase, they become selected. So their attitude matters a lot. What for this is all going on? Their parents are paying 8 lakh, 10 lakhs. What is the ROI? ROI is the placement, some good career path. So students have to think this is going for me, right? And accordingly they have to understand what industry wants and what is their process. Industry wants that students should be problem solvers, right? And for that purpose, what is their recruitment process? Aptitude, programming, group discussion, technical interview, personal interview. In 99% of the colleges, aptitude is still not a part of the syllabus. Here I would like to quote, please include aptitude in the syllabus, and not only include, give them credits. So in our institute, we have given credits to aptitude, right? Aptitude plus programming is needed, and programming is not only needed by computer IT guys, but for mechanical, civil guys also, programming is needed because it's one of the process. And that's why we have to understand that it has to be done. Again, to improve their communication skills, most of the colleges, they have something in the syllabus, but again, for interview purpose, there is nothing. So we can also include some GD or PI based some modules, and maybe some credit can be given. And how in our PCCOE alumni are helping, most of the alumni, they are helping us for conducting mock interviews. So the process, accordingly the training, right? Aptitude plus programming, 80 hours training we are giving to the students, and these successful students who are doing it seriously, along with 15 to 20 mock tests. So those students, there are some set of students, 9 point plus pointer, but didn't get select, and some students hardly 6.57, whatever is the minimum, they are having those marks, but they do practice. So suppose Infosys is coming for campus recruitment. Students have to go through what are their latest questions, what is the pattern. Infosys maybe they might be giving more focus for aptitude. Some other company may give more focus for verbal and all that. So students have to understand that pattern, and at least for mass recruiters where chances of getting placed are more, the students have to do at least 5 company specific tests in given time limit. So even though right now almost 50 to 60% recruitment is happening in IT service sector, but slowly the trend is changing, right? This mass recruitment is getting down, and companies want niche hiring, in the sense data, cloud, AI, cyber, whatever is the field, right? In that they have to be expert. So projects in the same field, all the things, maybe seminars in the same field, research, couple of research papers students can produce, product, maybe projects on the same field, if students do, they become master. And I suggest 2 different exams each student of engineering must be given. They have to give. For example, CAT. If the students give CAT exam with thorough preparation, there will not be any single company whose aptitude test students can't crack. There is GATE exam, everybody knows. If the student prepares seriously, because when they appear for the exam, they prepare for passing out, right, getting some marks in the exam. But when they prepare for GATE, then conceptual stuff, that learning they do seriously, and that's why GATE and CAT exam I suggest our students compulsory they have to do it. And if the participation in different, maybe there are IITs and IICs, they conduct some summer winter schools. So these students, many of our students, they go there and that participate, that definitely helps. Industry, for example, TCS conducts Code Vita, Nginx, there are different competitions, right? Infosys conducts Hack with Infi. One good example, Dassault, Akruti is the event in which design competitions are there. Students have to participate in that. If they participate, they come across some problem statements, and their critical thinking really improves, and that definitely helps these students. So when I compare these students with unplaced students, so these things, again, if computer IT, ENTC students also, if they are there are competitive coding platforms like CodeChef, LeetCode, Code Forces, HackerRank, HackerEarth. If students regularly go there and practice something, definitely their skills improve, and accordingly these students get selected. So these are some of the things I would like to highlight.
So I would like to again emphasize on what you just said. It is like more about consistency. Yes, consistency in preparing from the second year. Early start is always greater. Yes.
Just I wanted to add, when students take admission, the problem in our system is we only wait for getting degree, passing an examination and getting degree. If that is the case, students, you won't build your professional career. Your approach needs to be different. From day one, after entering in engineering education, you need to start preparing for your career. And each course you take seriously and start learning along with that add-on activities, you can prepare yourself.
Right, sir. Gaurav, sir, yes, sir.
I would like to add something. That we are talking about designing a curriculum, means autonomous things. We have taken the interview for which are colleges which are students are from autonomous background as well, from Government College of Engineering as well. They are faced, even though their curriculum are as per practical approach as well, but student initiative is most important. Means if they don't initiate in doing practical things, then it will be difficult even if design the curriculum as best. Your student initiative is, I think it is required most from
Even as we know, most of the students, particularly computer IT students, their expectation is to get selected in IT product companies. So we have many students in the early stage, they start with DSA, and there are certain 2-3 important topics. For example, OOPS, operating system, DBMS, and design, right? Networking. So these 4-5 topics, if they focus more, their chances of getting selected in IT product companies are pretty good. So the students expecting higher salaries from the beginning. And even I would like to suggest the teachers here, see, these students need extra efforts. So what we have done in our college, we have platinum placement project. What we do, some students, we conduct their DSA and programming test, and depending upon their results, 100 students we select, and to them we give extra efforts, right? Specifically making them ready for the IT product industry. So I think if you can include such kind of activities in the college, it will definitely help the students.
Introducing external programs.
Right.
So coming to that, this question is to the audience who is looking very enthusiastic as well. How many of you have been doing certification and courses throughout your whole curriculum, external courses? Like global certification, any Oracle certification. So as we can see, out of the audience as well, half are divided, half are not. So my question to both of you, Ashay sir and Gaurav sir, is that how relevant is certifications, course completion, and portfolio building is in the recruitment part that you see candidates daily?
So yeah, I mean, I believe that from an industry perspective, right, certifications do add value. Absolutely, no two ways about it, right? I mean, your normal engineering degree, you add certain flavor to it. It does get noticed. You know that you might say that a lot of people, then a lot of students are then engaging in certification. And how do you stand out, right? Like one of the ways when we go for recruitment, we look at, apart from the certification, what kind of application is done on those certifications. So has there been any kind of pet projects which have been taken? Any real world applications which have been picked up on this, on the certification or on the skill set which you have built because of this certification? So I believe having, capability on the ability you have built on because of the certifications, that is something which will highlight it to me. And there's no limit to this, right? There are open platform, open systems where you can go and perform kind of projects which you're looking to do. The whole idea is there are communities, even on the internet if you go, there are communities which are helping you build this project. You can be a part of the bigger projects which can be built, or you can have your small pet projects. So in terms of an industry hiring perspective, certification definitely matter. But also the application of what you have learned and the skill set which you have built. How are you showcasing it to the world and showcasing it especially with the company which is looking to hire you? So I'm sure like Gaurav can add something more to that.
Absolutely agree with you. certifications are important, but more important would be experiential learning from that certification. Because day in and day out, we come across so many profiles where not candidates do mention, I've done a certification on Six Sigma, I've done something on Lean Six Sigma. When we really ask a question, they are really literally blank about it. So that in fact, वो नहीं mention किया रहता तो और अच्छा होता, because this actually gets into a negative image. Okay. So certifications are important because definitely now AI screening happening, so all those catchy words will be done. But then when it comes to interview in person, that is where they're not able to do that. So that is important, learning, experiential learning, because once you experience it, then only you get a learning out of it. Number two, I think you mentioned something on the profile part. What is it?
Portfolio building.
Portfolio building is very important. Because today you're not going to get a chance everywhere where you can directly go and interview or interact with the candidate or interact with the panel. You need to have a very good portfolio building into picture, and that is the reason my request to all the students who are here. I'm sure you would be there, but if you are not, be there on LinkedIn platform, and at regular intervals do demonstrate and showcase in terms of what you have been doing. Keep a track of what industry people are doing, how the network, because that network is going to be your net worth. Okay, so I'm sure, I think I have seen so many people, just because of the network, they have got they have grabbed good opportunities in the market, and today they are the who's who of the world. Okay, so that networking will also important. So your presence on the social media platforms like LinkedIn, and not only just presence, don't be a passive person there, be an active participant on that network, and I'm sure, I think it will help you to not build upon.
Exactly. So,
Even
yes.
I'd like to add, even as sir said, when there are some job opportunities, for them referral is really considered. That time it helps. Again, it is compulsory for internships. So how to get internships? So one best part is see what is your alumni network and try to catch up with them, and they probably will help. There are many LinkedIn groups of particular technology, so be a part of those groups, add some value, and then you can send them friend requests, so it will definitely help.
Networking,
Yeah.
exactly, yes. So, speaking about again the placement perspective also, recently, this question is to the audience. Recently, a certain company fired their 30,000 employees. Can anyone tell me which one was it? Yes, exactly, Oracle. Can anyone from the audience only tell me what may be the reason? Let's take their perspective of this reason. Anyone? Yes. Yes.
So what I feel about...
May I know your name?
My name is Shreyash Mane.
Yes.
So what I feel about how by which they are fired is not because of the AI, it's because of they not used to AI. They don't know how to efficiently use the AI into their workload. If they were know about it, if they were adapting to the AI field, then they should not have been fired. So that's my...
So I think there is a norm of AI as well. So coming to Manish Kumar sir only. Sir, we see AI.
I'll answer
Okay,
this
yes,
question.
sure.
So when you say they were not used to AI, if you read their articles and some feed, these guys have written on LinkedIn, the fire people. Some of them have written they have trained the AI. Out of 30,000, I think around 2,000 of the employees were tightly working on AI, training them for the large language model and data models. The thing is, they were not smart enough to work on that skill set also. See, if you in the cloud or any of the AI tool, you are giving the data, right? Data is getting trained, but what you are doing for that? Because the same question you are asking, you have asked that question, right? If someone from this group member will answer, my problem is solved, I don't require you. That is a hard truth. So for being employable, for being realistic, you need to stand out of this. You need to have some qualities which others don't have. This is a fact. And this firing will go. This is true. This will go. Only people who will sustain, who know the systems very well, basic concepts, and how to stand out of this. Something unique you should possess. Because if you see in industry, we say we don't hire fresher right now because fresher job can be done by AI. To be very true. If you hire a fresher, say example, few years back you used to hire a brick. Fresher has to tell them JSP सर्वलेट पे कोड लिख दे, इसके HTML को टाइप को ठीक कर दे. That was proper norm a few years back when I was getting hired. मुझे JSP का कोड दिया गया है, बोला इसको सिर्फ फॉर्मेटिंग कर दे, HTML कर दे. आज के डेट में वो काम AI कर देगा. आप क्लाउड कोड ले लो या कोडेक्स ले लो, एनीथिंग. The problem is how intelligently you can use that AI. AI is not the enemy actually. AI will help you to solve problem more faster, more efficient way, more. Say example, right now when we write a code, we always do load testing, right? We do a load testing. How much this application or server will take the load. And when you write a code, somewhere down the line, we used to write a test cases. I think I am mostly talking in terms of IT and technology. When we write a code, we write a test cases, right? To identify the edge scenarios. You write 2 scenarios. AI will give you 5 scenarios that you are not thinking of. Now this is actually helping you because that 5 scenarios are also getting solved. It is deployed in the production and user at any point of time, a user will be there. Those will be the edge cases and you have already solved that problem. So I mean to say AI is actually a benefit. It will make you work more faster, but only thing is you have to be more smarter than AI. Thank you.
Just to add that, yeah, we'll take that question. Just to add that this is nothing to do with the name of the company that is mentioned. In the right spirit of the panel discussion, this is a very general observation that has been shared.
Yes,
So it has nothing to do with the company. So let's not take any company's name.
Sure, sure. Again, not scared by AI. Okay. Questions?
Not a question, but I would like to add the role of AI in some of the filings which are happening, especially in the IT product company, including whatever names we do. And this is applicable for product, not for service. So while AI is the culprit here, which is taking away the jobs, but it is not because people don't know how to use AI. All these companies have repeatedly given the statement, which is true, that we are diverting the cash flow. We are diverting the cash flow to build a proper AI infrastructure that could meet the demand of 2030, 2035. This is what we are targeting. So it's not about people. So I think we can, for now we can park that. It's not the people who are not trained and all. And industries also have a big role here. If you see that your guys are not trained on AI, instead of firing them, it's our responsibility to train them. Sitting here on the panel as well as on the other side of this dais, I think those of us from the industries will have this responsibility to actually train rather than firing. This is another point I would like to bring to the light. Thank you.
Just one more thing, one negative thing we came up for Oracle. There is one more organization, I won't name them. They also fire few people just because of AI, and they built something which can do development, testing and deployment on the production. But at the time of deployment, there was some issue. The AI was hallucinating. It was getting again and again. It was deleting the servers also. They came to know. Then again, few people were rehired. Because at end of the day, you are the human, you know everything. AI can hallucinate. But that is also a plus point. That company are also rehiring them because they are understanding the problems.
Not deviating from the subject and also not being scared. Yes, sir.
See, the so-called AI is at very early stage of distribution. Every few months, the technology changes. Most important for us in educational institute, we are talking about employability, but we also should educate students to be more relevant. We refer one company sacking some employee. This will be in future. This will happen frequently because people are not relevant in the respective industry. So education is not only now in the brick of what of this thing. Also not in 4 years of education. Education will be continuous education. It will. Even in engineering institutes or universities will have a revised model of education. More and more working professionals will come back to get educated. I mean, university should be capable to handle that. This is one aspect. Second aspect is, since business is important for any industry to work, all decisions will be business-centered, and business and technologies are built together. Here, educational institutes must be
adopting those standards of business and standards of technology in education. That's it.
I just wanted to come in. Maybe I don't know how many of belongs to my age group. I've seen before computers and after computers. Now, because when computers entered in India, at that time also a lot of cry was there, and that will take everything and all, jobs and all, but that only build nation. I think I'm saying there is another opportunity. This crossover is now at our doorstep. That gives more opportunity and grow. I think we need not worry about, we need to build our adaptability to those particular things.
Right, sir. So we can again emphasize on that AI is not taking away job but creating new ones as well. So sorry, yes, sir.
So just one thing.
Hello, is it audible? AI, in previous, like sir told us, like computer was a big thing, now it's become a normal thing. In coming days, AI will be a normal part of way of life. It's like right now we say it's like a big thing, but coming days it will be a normal thing. After I think 2 years, 3 years, we won't speak also about AI. It will be a normal part of our life.
So I want to share one experience. Like I'm a Vasandhara Patil pass out. I was there in this college back in 2015. I started my career with robotic process automation, that is RPA technology, which was in boom at that time. I learned that training in the office itself. Then eventually RPA turned into intelligent automation, where we had the documents extraction and everything. After that, that moved to agentic automation. Now currently I am in the process of learning agentic automation, where LLM models, Claude, Gemini, GPT, Codex, everything is in place. So the point is, we have to move ahead with the technology. We cannot be stagnant. That I know this technology, I'll be able to get along for next 40 years. That is not possible. I have to learn every day. The technology is changing. I have to move with technology. Talking about the client perspective, like when we go to client to pitch our sales. Also, like we are part of the sales job also. We are part of the implementation part also. So when we talk to client has two expectations. First expectation is they want to reduce the FTs. If 10 people are doing one job every day for a whole year, they'll try to get that 10 count to 4. There will be no case that full layoff will happen. At least 4 to 5 people will stay in the company who are the smartest people, who can manage the AI along with them. Second is they will check for the revenue leakage. If there is any revenue leakage, they can use the AI, they can use the automation there without reducing the FTE but increasing the revenue there.
Right, greatly said, sir. Coming back to my whole point, that we have been listening about AI, its exponential growth. Gaurav sir, we as an institute have introduced artificial intelligence and data science 2 years back, 4 years back. But still, what is the core reason that freshers are very rarely recruited as AI engineers or any what you can say job role related to AI or training AI or involves AI?
It's summer season, so let me take an example of an ice cream. Okay, now what is happening currently, I'm telling you, that is a sad situation that is happening in the ecosystem currently. We have been looking for all these hi-fi things. I want to become an AI engineer, I want to become an AI specialist, I want to become an AI architect, without having the basic fundamentals of computer engineering in place. Okay, so this is like I want to stay on the 20th floor of a building, and I know the roots are very weak, the building might fall at any point of time, but still I want to be on the 20th floor. It doesn't work like that. Your basics are not clear. When we ask about DSA, when we ask about DBMS, we ask about basics of computers, they are not aware of it, and the whole world talks about AI. Definitely, I think no company would like to take you on a weak background, on a weak, fundamentals, because as I told you earlier also, 1 + 1 = 2. And all of us in this particular room, I take the liberty that when we started our education, we started with ABC, A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. And today we are in that position that we are able to actually frame a sentence and talk English and converse in English. But if that fundamentals would not have been there, I'm sure this would not have happened. I would have mucked up something. I think sir ne Marathi mein kuch to bola tha. I'm not too good in Marathi. So we would have mugged up and we would have just spoken up. But now if you ask me कि नया sentence बना, I would not be able to do that if my fundamentals are not clear. That is the exact thing. Everybody talking about we started AI program, we did that. But are you really good in terms of fundamentals? That is the reason it's not happening. Today, we being TCS has, I'm sure I think you would have announced that. You would have read that TCS has announced that we are building up the India's largest AI data center. We are coming up with a 1 gigawatt of data center. It's going to be Navi Mumbai, Hyderabad and Pune. The name of the data center is going to be Hypervolt AI data center. And today, in fact, India is having 1.25 gigawatt only. While we are saying that we are going to build 1 gigawatt, and to be very honest, it might get into 2 gigawatt and 3 gigawatt as well. So when we will look for AI engineers, definitely we will look for people who have a good fundamentals of computer and then definitely adding AI. So I took an ice cream का example because vanilla is a basic flavor. उसके ऊपर आप कुछ भी डाल सकते हो, chocolate डालो, strawberry डालो, butterscotch डालो. But if the vanilla itself is not there,
Right.
What are we looking for? That is the reason it's not getting hired.
Okay. So for being yes, sir.
It is an ecosystem. Once this AI came in, people started running behind AI, then everybody started AI programs. So for me, AI is a mathematical tool and can be used anywhere. Even mechanical students can use more effectively in their domain. So things are different. I think we need to understand that perspective.
Yes, exactly. So what we can take from here is, even though we are speaking about AI engineers, AI architects, everything, the core needs to be still the same with the same proficiency that has been carried over.
I'm not against AI. I'm not saying that is required, and the requirements are enormous in the market. It's not that there is no requirement. Requirement are enormous, but people need to understand that how to get into that. Okay, and that is the reason I think a lot of discussion happened since last 1.5 hours. It's been almost 90 minutes of panel discussion, which I think in today's generation people cannot sit for 90 minutes. But I think thanks to all the audience who is here, that they have been here patiently listening to what you have been saying without anyone dozing off. And I was one. I mean, that's what I've been observing. No one has dozed off till now. Okay, but we need to be ready for that.
Right, exactly.
And there are enormous opportunities, and that's what practical implementation is what industry is looking for.
Right, sir, exactly. So we spoke about AI, we spoke about electronics. Now coming to a very, what you can say, creative side, what we can say about fine arts, applied arts. My question to you, Dipankar sir, over here is that what exactly what exactly there is to be needed in terms of creative shift. Yes. In terms of creative shift for the students, what tools they need to learn to be catching up with this industry.
Hello. Can you please repeat your question?
So my question was, how can the students of fine arts, applied arts, can catch up with the industry through adaptable tools and designs? How can they?
Yeah, definitely. So in regular basis touch with the industry people is very important. Second thing, the internship program. If the students are on regular basis, they go for internship program and they do work with the industry people. This is the simplest way. I think it will be easy for the students to get to know about the tools and whatever it is right now using for industry. And it's very important for nowadays, I think. Being an academician for design and fine art point of view, I think we have seen a lot of students, they are facing a lot of issues. When they really want to join the industry, they are facing a lot of obligations that yes sir, we are not aware about all these things, the tools and the other thing. Because every 2 months वो change होता है, आपको भी पता होगा. So being a fine art student, जो लोग manually काम करते हैं, and जब वो लोग industry आते हैं, then what are the industry tools that people are using? The students may be not aware about all these things. So I think this is the simplest way. Regular basis, if they touch with the industry people or industry mentors, then this is the simplest way they can overcome all these things.
Right, exactly. that is a very proficient side of yours. Now, my question to Amol sir is that we have heard about electronics, we have heard about AI, we have heard about fine arts, applied arts. So, if we need to have a very any branch of any of these, so we will be needing to design a curriculum. So, I will be coming to coach sir for that. So, what is the exact strategy that administration needs to follow to introduce a new branch, be it about intake, be it about workforce management, everything?
This is one of the aspect of the management is to understand the voice of customer.
Okay.
To start with any curriculum building or design, it's very important that the institute must understand what is the requirement in the industry.
Right.
What is that for which we are doing it. For example, we are designing a curriculum for electronics engineering. One must understand what is the trend happening in the market. Fundamentals, so anyway we have to teach. But beyond that, what are the capacities to be added into the engineering curriculum so that the students are trained, educated on those technologies. That's the starting point. Beyond that, institute must invest into faculty. The core of all the discussion is the faculty, because in the market we always call it the last mile. Here the last mile is a faculty. The delivery point is a faculty.
Right.
In the entire ecosystem, be it governance, be it the management, be it the principal, be it the everything. Who ultimately interacts with the students, who teaches the students is the faculty. So institute must invest into faculty enrichment, faculty development, continuous trainings, sending the faculties to the sabbaticals or the industry internship. And that is how, when I started my point, the shadowing the industry is important. Because the class of 60 is being taught by the faculty for every subject, and he is a master of the subject. So institute has to develop a faculty policies in such a fashion that the end objective is met through faculty.
Right, sir. So again, speaking about faculties being students initially, so even after that, what we speak about is, as sir said, giving credits to certain subjects and everything, but still, according to the NEP 2020, there are some core subjects that exist, that need to exist, but how can we inculcate the industry, what you can say, it can be development, it can be anything else, various subjects that you mentioned earlier, various fields. So how, Coach sir, can we inculcate that with our regular curriculum that is currently going on, semester wise or anything?
What I may say is, I think what is missing, I can quote one. Earlier teaching, I'm talking about 80s, 90s, early 90s. The teaching was mainly centered on sharing of information, because reference books, textbooks are easily not available. Basic motto of teaching was sharing of information. Now that information is abundantly available in fingertips, I think our approach of teaching needs to be changed. That is one part. And coming to the NEP, say those all are existing. Maybe at the beginning, it is a way of implementation is taking in different direction. Maybe in the course of time, some realignment may happen in NEP also, because those are all part of extracurricular and co-curricular activities. Now they are becoming separate verticals. Again, it is mandatory for students to choose that vertical also. I think maybe some changes may happen, but we should not worry about that. What is important is whatever is required for industry, that can be introduced in many courses, conventionally what we are teaching. The perspective and approach of doing is more important. What Aman said, I have started recently session for changing approach of teaching, and maybe one institute only in across India, we started integrating outcome based philosophy in curriculum itself, we are writing down very clearly learning outcome, expected learning outcome from the students. And the teaching approach also needs to be to achieve that. And assessment exam outcome. We are doing that. We are also experimenting. But for that, teacher approach of teaching, overall perspective of the course needs to be also be built. So we are going on parallel training. We are discussing internally. We have preserved 2-hour session only for discussing what modalities or approaches teachers are using, whether there can be another way of doing it. That discussion and debate is going on. But we made it integral part of our curriculum and took advantage of our autonomy and different models being built, and even approach of laboratory content also we changed. Earlier standard experiments are now gone. We are talking about tasks, and maybe integration of those tasks also may happen, because finally students needs to implement and learn. While implementing, they learn many things and then build those capabilities automatically, unknowingly, in terms of what application, analysis and design. If you can build those tasks in that particular manner, learning becomes better, and students' development, overall development may also happen.
So that is a strategy that we can all follow over here. Now, this was a very great discussion. The industry got some perspectives. Academia obviously has noted down some points as well. So I would like to have to listen each and every one of yours conclusion, starting with Ashay sir for this discussion.
Yeah, thanks, Rushi. So, yeah, there are very good points today in the last about 90 minutes which have been raised. While there are challenges on the academic side, in order to keep pace with how industry is evolving, there's certainly a duty from the industry and especially the alumni who are a part of this college, where we can contribute more and assist and assess situation curriculums wherever there's a part we can play for. And there are a few points which I can also take back from this discussion today. But from a conclusion point of view, this is not the end for me. This is like an ever-going, ever-changing scenario. So we should always have this discussion going from an alumni perspective. Thank you.
Already, I think, said many things. What I feel, I think, if institute has good human resource strength and good infrastructure, I think we can take a lead in terms of what connecting to the industry and working on industrial problems, because finally at the larger picture what government is aiming is like Western model, where standalone university may play a major role in doing industrial research, and industry and institutes needs to work together and then find the solution for future. I think in my opinion IIT Madras has taken a first step, and they started industrial R&D centers within the IIT campus, and that may be the first sign of what connecting industry and institutes together. Earlier IITs are doing research on industrial problems, but it is the first case wherein infrastructure facility of particular industry being set up as R&D centers within the institute campus. That may be the future. And my experience, I'll tell you, we developed some industry grade infrastructure. We started serving to the industry also. Even industry can come and use that particular facility for very nominal charges. I think, and that also built the confidence in the industry to come back and give that particular kind of work to you. Because industry also needs to build that confidence. Without building that confidence, they may not come forward. I think institute need to take a first step and then show that confidence we are capable of delivering what you need. Then maybe good things may happen. And I may ask industry people also little bit open for what providing this particular support system to the institutes and creating the strong connect, so which may help in future for developing more technology and product as a whole. And I am proud to say that recently for one industry we could develop hydrogen based cooking stove and handed over that product to the industry for further commercialization aspect.
Huge round of applause for that.
See, let me congratulate your institution for getting autonomous status.
Thank you, sir.
And I see every autonomous institution will become university in some or other time, because that's the mandate of NEP, that's the mandate of the government, that every institution will become a degree awarding institution, be it the degree awarding college, which is a new concept, or the university. It comes with huge responsibility, because you will design curriculum, you will deliver, and you will assess. That's core. Earlier, the affiliated college system, someone else designs the curriculum, assessed by someone else, and you are delivering it. So there was a cross-checking mechanism at every stage, which will not be there, which institute has to develop its own system to make it more responsible, transparent, and effective. Faculty development, curriculum development, these are the key aspects of the autonomous institution. I'll give you one example of a South-based university, a very interesting example. We have Samsung Mobile, 26th algorithm of visual computing, camera-based, are developed by that university, and which is used in Samsung. Samsung has a center in that university. So that's example how the industries are also approaching colleges if they see a value in you. If they don't see value in you, they will not spend their time and money with you. It's very important that institute must develop the capacities so that the industry will recognize the value, and then they will come. That's my
so I wanted to add one more initiative started few years back in my campus. The Fronius India has had a solution and skill center. They invested worth 1.8 crores equipment in my campus, and they can also use for their client solution purpose, and then we can use for training and other purpose. On the basis of that collaboration and few more industry collaboration, we recently launched international certification program in welding engineer at graduate and diploma level. So first batch is going, training is going on. It is all because of industrial collaboration. As an institute standalone, we can't do those. Hello. I would like to share on electronics perspective. What we think, what we see here, as I see, there is a two course we have added, I think mechatronics and electronics and computers. What I see in engineers today's, even though we learn electronics or mechanicals, we have to go in IT company only. All have to do coding only. This is a myth. Means all engineers have that. We have to do coding only, or we have to go in a purchase as well. So, live example is myself. I am the only person from my batch who goes in core electronics only. Not going. My choice was doing by practical things. I would like to share that we are thinking about designing a curriculum. I think it's not a complex thing. If we compare IITs, there is already a curriculum already has been designed. If we give a prompt to ChatGPT as well, AI can easily create a curriculum. It's about how engineers doing that part focusing. That's what. And one thing is that curriculum should have one full cycle of product design, from taking a requirement to end of product delivery, which I feel there is a gap in concept and the product delivery, which I never see in any curriculum. There is a product design part in the curriculums. And my experience, like how I got placed in the core electronics, that my professors or TPO helped me a lot, giving a light product. They come to me, say we have a problem statement, just can we design one product? So I have designed in engineering itself. I have designed 2 to 3 of products, which is a product based. We have delivered to company as well. So my only thing is that we have to add on R&D center in curriculum as well,
which will be focusing on designing a product from taking a requirement, and in that we will learn whole the process and what industry required, that same thing that engineers can do multiple. As sir said, engineers require full stack developers. They need whole process they will do. And as we are saying AI, in AI, what we do earlier when I hires as a electronics, they mostly do that if we have designed one channel, something control. What pressures required to do, make that multiple channels. Means if suppose example you have to turn on the light one, what we do, we give the project to the engineers that just do the multiple channels, that one product can design the 16 channel or 15 channel. But with the help of AI, we can manage easily. Means just giving a write a code to make the different channels only. So now the AI taking the job of freshers, means with the help of AI, we can easily do the freshers job. What we are expecting means resolving the errors, bugs as well, writing the script as well. And in electronics, the main fear was that electronics engineer, we want to go in the electronics, we don't know coding. But today with the help of AI, we can easily do the coding as well. Even the simple prompt can give the Python code also and scripting also, right? So as a Make in India initiative is there, I think there will be a electronics boom as well. We can see.
Sure,
That's
sir. Yes. Right.
Thank you.
So before moving to you, I would like to congratulate you for being the advisor for PCU, another responsibility on your shoulders. So huge round of applause for that.
Yes. Thank you so much. So dear friends, it was really nice discussing on such an important topic. And once upon a time, India was known as Sone ki Chidiya. Our percentage, if we see in the global trade, was almost 23% before Britishers. Now using such good technologies, AI and all that, let us make our students so capable that today it's $1 is 90 rupees. Let us make in next, maybe as Modi ji is dreaming for us, Vikasit Bharat by 2047. By that, it should be 1 rupee is equal to $1. And beyond that, next 25 years, it should be 1 rupee should be equivalent to $90. That should be our aim, and let's hope that through such good interactions, our students community should be really empowered with latest technical tools, and what we can say responsibility lies on both academia as well as students, and we the TPOs are the, we can say, the point which will connect the people who will connect the industry and academia. Let's hope for the best. Thank you so much.
With such leaders like you and sir, we can truly envision that.
It was really nice talking to you guys, but I don't know how much helpful I was, because I was more from a technology perspective. I don't know so much about academics, governance, even in my office projects also I don't understand these things. I mostly do into codings. A few points which I need to tell you guys. What we see in hiring in the final round. You should have your GitLab repo. If you're IT guys, how many do you have a GitLab repo? You should have that. Make sure it is updated every time. You change the code, make it available to end users also, so that even I can go and use that code. From that you will think how the bugs are there and everything is there. You should have your leads code score. On your resume, I see first thing your GitLab repo, I just click it, go to the repository first. Then I see the GitLab repo. Then I also one more thing, I always ask my freshers or even graduate or 2 years experience, what have you solved real life problems? If you're in college, see example, if you guys have learned, there was a guy in Bangalore. Have you know these guys? There was a guy in Bangalore, he was riding his bike. Every time he was trying to drive on the road, some people are coming on the wrong side. He created one app, a helmet, which can track his number, bicycle number, bike number and everything, and that can be used. That was the app most funded in the Bangalore. So you guys have also real life problems, try to solve their problems.
it will really help you in your getting your first job and first interviews. And also one more thing, when I was doing engineering, there was a subject called maths. Maths 1, Maths 2, Maths 3, Maths 4, Maths 5.
It's still there.
It's still there. We used to think, being a computer engineer, why will I use maths? And the moment AI came, there was a Newton-Raphson method, Laplace transforms, vectors, matrices. If you see the LLM models, guys, these are based on those model itself. You have Newton-Raphson method, Laplace transform, and I was like, that was the wrong question 15 years back. So basic thing is your concept, everything what I learn in engineering is still useful, even the workshop. Workshop is also useful, guys, going ahead. You will come to know. Thank you, guys.
Though it is I mean to say, endless discussion. But yes, if really we want to good connection between industry and academic, so we need to work together as well as design, industry and academic both. For the students, those who are want to build a career in design field, so I must only say one thing, that always try to connect with the industry people. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you to survive in industry. Nowadays, the scenario is different, right? The problem-solving attitude, even you need to improve your other things, just like its design structure and all these things. You need to think about it. This is the simplest way. If you work on it, then definitely you can survive in the industry. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you guys. So always try to be with industry and try to understand the industry need. This is the simplest way we can sort out this issue. Thank you very much.
Okay, my co-panelist said, and then just thought about reacting, because now that is becoming a trend. Many courses being knocked out because they feel, oh, this is not useful, that is not useful. Only, I think, all free to do whatever you want. But only suggestion is, before removing that course, you need to think about, apply your mind, whether that course, whatever objective was set, whether it is achieved or not. If not, then what changes you wanted to bring in that you have to look at. Otherwise, what happens? All in course of some mathematics, physics, chemistry, all will go. In core or even otherwise, when you do research, finally you come down to physics. And without that understanding, you can't build your solutions. But people now, it is becoming a trend. Oh, only you have to create a slot, you knock out those courses. Whether you are doing that right, that you need to think about. And I may suggest, in fact, computers, all programs, bring some domain-specific, strong mathematical courses in the curriculum. Now not existing. Other than 4 mathematics, no mathematical courses.
Remove maths.
I'm saying domain-specific mathematical, because algorithm design and all will play a major role in the course of time. Think of.
Yes, sir, surely.
Just one more thing, just one suggestion to all of you students who are here. You know your alumni. If you go on the LinkedIn, you will find someone who has worked, who has studied here. Try to be friend with them, send them connection. Because I'm telling you, networking is the core thing in today's world. Right. I have helped around 4 people to get job in some of the organizations just because of reference. He was some common friends or something. There was opening, they were asking for reference. I sent them reference. I said, mail that the hiring manager, yes, I know this guy, though I don't know, but it is my college or my friends. I wrote a draft saying that I know this guy will work hard and everything. And I said, out of 7 to 8, I think 2 or 3 got a job also. So please guys, do connect on LinkedIn. It is very important.
I will be soon connecting on LinkedIn to you, sir.
I think I have already accepted 2, I don't know whose name. 2 guys already sent me the connection yesterday.
Next one will be mine. Yes, sir. Sure. So coming to an end of the discussion, I think we have had a very fruitful discussion with this, and we think the industry and the academia will be aligning with each other and going hand in hand to create a better future for students and the industry as well. Thank you so much.
त्यांनी 3D प्रिंटिंग वर पॅटर्न
I'm sure the panelists would agree that Rushi did a commendable job. Thank you. Now we will have we will have the felicitation of our student Rushi Sawant for very competitively conducting the panel discussion. May I now ask Shri Amol sir to felicitate Rushi. So please. Thank you, Amal sir. Thank you, Rishi. Now we will have a presentation by Sri Nikhil Gangde, Assistant Director of Training, Board, Western Region, Mumbai. Before that, let me introduce Nikhil sir. He had completed the graduation in Bachelor's of Engineering in the subject field of Mechanical Engineering. He has done postgraduate diploma in Advanced Computing. He had also completed his Master's in Business Administration in the subject of Human Resource Development and Management from University of Mumbai. Currently posted as Assistant Director of Training and Assistant Central Apprenticeship Advisor at Board of Apprenticeship Training, Western Region, Mumbai. His previous engagements include implementation of the National Apprenticeship Scheme in the state of Gujarat, Union Territories of Diu, Daman, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Currently responsible for implementation of the National Apprenticeship Scheme in the state of Goa and the following districts of Maharashtra: Mumbai, Sindhudurg, Ratnagiri, Aurangabad, Dhule, Jalgaon and Nandurbar. May I request Nikhil sir to come to the dais and address the gathering on National Apprenticeship Training Scheme. Sir, please.
Yeah, so very good afternoon to all of you. I know it is pretty late, so I would not drag the presentation. I would run through it quickly. But I would like to say that whatever has been discussed during the panel discussion was a very important discussion. I have jotted down few points in this particular discussion which would be very relevant. And I would stick my presentation to those points as this would be the key takeaways for today's program. So rightly Amol sir has said about shadowing. He has spoken about the shadowing and the internship, apprenticeship, as well as he has spoken about aligning of the job roles during the final years of the program. Then Ravandra sir has rightly pointed out about the 30-70 concept, which is currently that 70% of curriculum and 30% of practical is being implemented. However, what he proposes is it should be 70-30. And rightly said by Khoth sir that whatever we have discussed today is like what to do, but how to do has not been discussed, or that needs to be more concentrated. Again, Gaurav Gelani sir has told about the onboarding of the industry persons on the panel of the academic councils, and Mr. Gaud has said about the rest apart everything, the students' willingness should be a very important part in all of this. So I think all of these points, which very important points were there, and I have a nice presentation and a solution in this matter, that how we can do it. The question was like what needs to be done is there, but how we can do it. So I will
skip few slides because these are the routine slides. My name is NC Gangre. I am Assistant Director and Assistant Central Apprenticeship Advisor at Board of Apprenticeship Training, Mumbai. So we are implementing the National Apprenticeship Training Scheme in the western part of India. This scheme mandates industries to take certain percentage of their manpower as apprentices. So you must, most of the industries present today here must be knowing our legacy scheme, that they have to take apprentices on their roll, which are pass outs of degree, diploma. Okay. So NEP focuses on these aspects: multidisciplinary education, skill development. Out of such aspects, one of the aspects is provision of apprenticeship. So we are aligning with this NEP. So what is apprenticeship? As I said, the Act mandates that every company should engage 2.5 to 15% of apprentices of their manpower. Now, our legacy scheme says that pass outs of degree and diploma should be taken as apprentices. But whatever we discussed today, all points are focusing on why shouldn't we emphasize or why shouldn't we include this training part in the curriculum itself. So we have come up with a new product, I would say it as a product. The name is Apprenticeship Embedded Degree Program. So rather than focusing on the legacy scheme, I will directly jump to the AADP thing. So this is the eligibility of establishments, that establishments with 4 to 29 employee strength can engage apprentices under this scheme, and post 29 this is a statutory mandate by the law. What is the eligibility for students? So education level is diploma, graduation, type of education could be technical as well as non-technical, that is BE, BTech plus arts, commerce, science graduate pass outs. The pass out should be within 5 years from his passing date. So how the scheme has evolved? In 1969, board was formed and the scheme started implementing in 1961. The act was implemented in 1961. During 1986, this scheme was expanded to the vocational education and consequently for the degree and diploma education. In 22, we expanded the scope of the scheme to the non-technical graduates, that is the arts, commerce, science graduates. Post that, 2023 we started disbursing the amount, that is the government share of stipend, instead of establishments directly to the students' accounts through DBT. In 24 we launched with a new portal called as NATS 2.0 portal, and 2025 we have started implementation of this new product which I am talking about, the AEDP, that is Apprenticeship Embedded Degree Programs. Apprenticeship Embedded Degree or Diploma Programs. Now what we have done is here, we have tried to take these candidates as apprentices early, before passing out, that is in the final year. So what our ministry said that, okay, if any college is running a course called as AEDP course, then you can take the students as apprentices even in the final year, right? So up till 2025 this scheme was only for the pass out students, but now you can take a student as apprentice. Also you can register them under board if he is a student of an AEDP course. Okay, and you should approach such institutes who are running AEDP courses and are having an MOU with board. So advantages like qualified pool of candidates, you are preparing those candidates early. Now these candidates will do their work, or they will be more focused during the training because their degree is based on this particular program. So rather than if you compare it with a student who is joined as an apprentice after passing, he has other opportunities. So there are cases wherein students are not focused or they try to violate rules, regulations. But in case of ADP, this won't happen because his degree is associated with this particular program. So these students will be more focused during the training. This is the certificate that we give to the trainee after completion of apprenticeship training, which captures his general attributes and the professional skills. This is the engagement that we have been doing last 5 years. Currently this year we have achieved 1,50,000 apprentices engagement in the western region. So now the duration. So regarding the duration, so for a pass out student, the apprenticeship training is for 1 year. In case of he is a BE, BTech student, and in case of non-engineering, after graduation passing, we are giving an option of 6 months to 1 year of training in the apprenticeship. wherein the government will support with the stipendary funds. So now what is AEDP? As I said, AEDP is Apprenticeship Embedded Degree Programs. This concept was introduced by UGC. It was under the NEP 2020 guidelines that all the institutes should launch such courses, such industry relevant courses wherein there is a maximum portion of industrial component. As Ravandra sir said that there should be 70% of the industrial component and 30%. So it is aligning with whatever is being taken up by the industries and institutes. So there are some guidelines which are available on the UGC website as well as AICT website wherein they have given that what an AEDP course should look like. So there are, I'll just show about the, so if you see, they have given these guidelines that an AEDP course, if it's a 3-year degree diploma course, so minimum of 1 semester and maximum of 3 semesters could be industrial training. Okay, so it is maximum number of semesters that they are dedicating it for the apprenticeship training. Again, if it's a 4-year course, a minimum of 2 semesters should be industrial training and maximum 4 years could be industrial training. So these are the guidelines by UGC and AICT for apprenticeship embedded degree programs. Now what our ministry said is, okay, if this apprenticeship training is a part of their final year curriculum, let's consider them under the Apprentices Act and also help the industries to do their compliance under the Act. So if you're taking any student of a AEDP course as apprentices in the final year, you can register them under board as apprentice and take the benefit of the Act. So that is the proposal here for the AEDP for all the industries present here today. So all what we discussed, that early learning, inclusion of the industries into the curriculum design. So all this is included in this apprenticeship embedded degree programs. Okay, so this will be the stipend that will be provided to the apprentice. Again, it is complementing with the degree and technician apprentices stipend share. So government will be sharing this amount to the apprentice directly into his bank account. So now what is the process? First, check if the institute is eligible for AEDP. You can, whosoever is approaching the institute, the industry personnel can ask their eligibility for AEDP. They can check if they have a valid MOU with board. What is the course if it's relevant to you? Are they following the UGC AICT guidelines? Their BOS and academic council must have given in the meeting minutes that all these guidelines were followed for the design of this course. Next is this offer apprenticeship embedded degree programs. This is for the institutes. Then outreach course to be popularized among the students and parents. So currently what we are doing is, yes, we are popularizing this particular AEDP concept here in this program. Sign a tripartite agreement. So before the student goes to the apprenticeship training in the final year, it is recommended that the institute should sign a tripartite agreement with the industry that where he will be going for his apprenticeship training. Similarly, the industry should also give an agreement that yes, I will be onboarding the student as an apprentice during his final year apprenticeship. Role of industry partners. Here what we discussed during the panel discussion, collaborate with the HIs in modifying the curricula, adapt rapidly changes industry requirements. So what we had talked about on and off discussion with industry and institutes, regular discussion. So this is what is actually available. This is the solution which we have all discussed here today. Define evaluation matrix, as sir said, assess regarding the assessments. So whether he has qualified for all the curricula, he is qualified for the job roles in the industry. So the evaluation matrix can be devised here. And memorandum of understanding for AEDP. Evaluation assessment guidelines have been given. So what components to be assessed by institutes, what are the components that are to be assessed by the industries. So these are the number of institutes that we already have an MOU with. We have around MOUs with 34 universities, 38 institutes. So prominent names are given here. I would mention two colleges engineering colleges who have implemented this. One is the Thakur College of Engineering, which has implemented this course for the 4-year program, and we have the Government College of Engineering Jalgaon, which has implemented this course for their 4-year technology programs. We have a list of other institutes also which are into non-engineering and have started implementation of the ADP program. Many industries also have started taking up these candidates under the Apprenticeship Act, and they are getting the benefit of the compliance as well as the stipendary support from the government. So with this, I would like to end my presentation. I hope I have not taken much time, but I am open for any question answers so that we can quickly assure that whatever has been delivered has been understood, and then we can start using this. And whatever has been discussed today is the manifestation is here. The solution is here. Yes, any industry present today who is looking for any kind of apprenticeships? Yes, yes, ma'am.
From diplomas curriculum in Mumbai also, and we have requirement for at customer location in Goa.
Okay, so in Mumbai, if I would tell, there are few colleges who have started implementing this course. One is the Sri Baghubai Mofatlar Polytechnic, which is in Villeparle. Then we have the Bandra Polytechnic, which has started the course in AIML. And
we are basically looking for electronics background, electrical electronics.
Yeah. So they have also some courses called as sandwich courses, which are also covered under the Apprentices Act, wherein the 6 months component of their curriculum is covered by Board of Apprenticeship Training. So that would help you financially, wherein we give the support as well as your compliance obligations will also be covered.
Yes.
Right. We have few more. If you like,
can we take them for 1 year, or is it mandatory to take for only 6 months?
See, it is free. Like it depends on the course.
Okay.
So you can take them for 1 year. It may happen that we are only covering the 6 months of the stipendary share benefit. So that is not a problem. You can take them for 1 year. Support from us would be for 6 months if it's the last semester. But if they are put in the last 2 semesters in the program, then we will support for the whole 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, madam, from which organization?
Another elementary system.
Ananta.
Aniruddha elementary system, ATS.
Hi. Present IT company, and then we are hiring a lot of SAP consultants.
Right.
So we need developers, we need finance consultants, we need supply chain consultants. So how can we do it? Like these requirements are across India. Like these are domestic requirements, and possibly we can accommodate for all these 3 months, 6 months. How to go ahead with this?
So what first thing you need to do, you need to register with our portal, which is www.nats.education.gov.in as an industry. So once you register as an industry, we will allot you the percentage of apprenticeship quota that needs to be onboarded by you, like depending on your manpower. Post that, you can publish advertisements on our portal, and we have connects with already these many institutes and universities. They are central training placement cells. Plus, we have a very good connect with the TPO Association, All India TPO Association, Maharashtra TPO Association as well. So he is Mr. Ravandana is already heading, and he is helping us in all kinds of these requirements to be satisfied. I guess, sir, last week we had a.
Sir, on 18th we have a very good connect of industry and academia. Almost around 205 industries were there, and whatever were their manpowers, almost around 15,000 plus vacancies were there, and around 16,000 students registered. So it was a huge gathering, and through that we could place almost around 2,223 students in one day. So that kind of support is there. And again, their team, even though they are government body, they are very cooperative. In general, our perception about government bodies is different. They are like, they will show that maybe act is like this, so we will take this action. No, they are very cooperative. Even though you need, say, diploma students quota is there, that can be converted into degree quota. And their team is quite approachable. You can take their numbers, they are available, and it's a very easy process. Earlier it was NAT 2.0, and now they have come up with a new portal. So it's very easy. It takes hardly few minutes to enroll there. Then their basic level people send it to their deputy director, and to director it goes. And in couple of days also it can be done. So you will get your own login ID and password, and through that the students also similarly have the process. They have to upload their CV and their bank card and all those details, degree certificates. Once they enroll, companies can see the students, they can choose. Vice versa, students can also see the number of companies, how many vacancies are there, they can also apply, and then a contract is generated, and it's very easy. Earlier the money was coming from central government to the company, and company was distributing it. Now it has become so easy, as sir rightly said, DBT. So it comes directly from that particular organization, central government, to directly students, this one, or your employees bank account.
Sure, I'll connect with both of you. I have around between 40 to 60 requirements which are open.
Perfect.
And they can be absorbed by the end of 2026 if they continue, and if they perform, possibly we can also convert them at good salaries.
And fortunately, their team is so cooperative. They told us, as a Maharashtra Association of TPOs, we are also enrolled. So for helping such companies, we are there as a TPA also. We can help you to already do the first process of registration, and afterwards also individual students, contract generation and all that, compliance, keeping all the necessary things for compliance. So our Maharashtra TPO Association can also help you there. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
So in summary, that we have lot of connects with institutes and with organizations such as them, and which can help you to fulfill your requirement. So yesterday only we had some requirement from NSC, so I had posted it and they immediately started getting calls. I got the call from HR within 5 minutes that now students have started calling me. So I said, okay, please refrain from giving it to students. So you can prepare your advertisement, give us, and we'll circulate it. Immediately we'll get the candidates. Yeah. Yes.
Hi, this is Vishal Choksi. I'm from Bridge Labs. And firstly, I'd like to mention that Vasantdada Patil has always been a very fond memory for me, always, whenever I've come here and spoken, and it's a fantastic organization. You all are doing great, wonderful. And we've recently started in a small way.
You have registered on that. I have
right. So what Bridge Labs is doing is bridging the gap between the industry and the academia. So we are kind of somewhere in the in between as a bridge, right? What our endeavor is that what these kids who are going to be taken as apprentices are going to have a long journey association with the company where they are taken. Right now, what feedback, I'm just being candid here, what we are getting is that as a compliance, people are taking them, and then after 1 year, after the things are over, they are probably left high and dry. So we are trying to see that how we can be the catalyst in between to upskill them or help them become relevant for the industry, so that after they get the benefit of the apprenticeship training, they get absorbed. Because that's what end of the day we all want, right? And on that front, probably we'll need more help from you to see how this can be become more.
Rightly said, because since this act doesn't mandate taking them on roll, it's restricted only to the apprenticeship training. So what happens is that if there are vacancies in the companies and they find the candidate suitable, they continue. Like for example, we as an office, we are engaging 6 apprentices in our office, and definitely after 1 year, they are so helpful to us that we have continued them under contract, because we cannot hire them directly. So as a government office, so we have already converted 3 of our apprentices on the contract, and 4th of our apprentices has applied for a permanent job, that is the LDC in our office. So definitely, industry needs people who are trained and ready. I mean, it's good when a person for 1 year is trained under their organization. Just that it depends if the vacancies are available and if the candidate is suitable. So there that mismatch of the numbers will happen.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All the best.
You can take such numbers. So yeah, any queries from establishments? So I'll be here post the program. We can have interaction. And anybody who has his queries, concerns, I am there to discuss. I know there would be a lot of queries regarding DBT because there have been some certain changes currently, some guidelines from ministry. So APAR ID has been made compulsory for the students to be captured. So please, we'll have to align with that. What are the guidelines are there from the ministry? So APAR, eKYC, Aadhaar verification is almost being made mandate because so as to reduce all kinds of wrong practices if they are going on in the industry. So don't get disheartened that things are getting delayed because of certain updates in the scheme. We have a lot of funds with us. There is no paucity of the funds. So funds are there. Only that whenever the guidelines comes from ministry, there is a certain change in process. It takes a bit delay and a jerk. So please bear with us if any kind of delays are there in the payments. Yeah.
250 crores have been assigned.
Yes, we have been assigned 250 crores for the annual disbursement. So there is no paucity of funds with us. Okay, so please take the maximum benefit of this scheme. At the max extent, 15% we can go for the apprenticeship allotment of the quota based on your manpower. Yeah, so any queries? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now ask Dr. Ashok Chavan, our campus director, to felicitate Shri Nikhil Dagade, ADOT board by presenting a trophy as a token of our respect and affection. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. Now we would like to felicitate the HR professionals of various companies who are here on our invitation. Dear guests, once again thank you for responding positively to our invitation and giving your august presence for the occasion of Industry-Institute Conclave 2026. May I now ask Dr. Ashok Chavan, campus director, to felicitate Mr. Gaurav Kambli, manager, PwC India. Sir, could you please come? Please continue. Mrs. Shraddha Kadam, Philip. So please continue. Dr. Ritesh Agrawal, founder and CEO, Leadzy. May I now ask Dr. Praveen Yadav, our Vice Principal, to do the honors. Ms. Yukta Jadhav, Ambetronics Engineers Private Limited. Yukta Jadhav. So please continue. Mrs. Shweta Sinha, Aniruddha Elementary Systems Private Limited. Please continue. Mrs. Aditi Chakravarti, Aniruddha Elementary Systems. take your seat. May I now ask Shri Nikhil Gamble sir to come on the stage and do the honors. Vishal Choksi, Bridge Lab Solutions Private Limited. Please continue. Ms. Pranjal SRA, Network Teaching Media Investments Limited. Please take your seat. May I now please take your seat. May I now ask Swapnil Desai sir to do the honors. Shivani Tumye, Network Aging Media and Investments. So please continue. Vijay Shukla, Network Aging Media. Please continue. Saswati Roy, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. Saswati Roy. Next is Mr. Nandan Kadam, 2 Forms Consulting. Take your seat. Next, I would like to call Dr. Pradeep Mane to do the honors. Ms. Anda Bapat, SIWS College. Continue. Vaibhav Banjan, SIWS College. So please take your seat. May I now call upon Dr. Ismula to come on the stage and do the honors. Ms. Jayanti Kale, Innofeed Systems Private Limited. Next is Mr. Shakil Ansari, Best Undertaking. So please take your seat. May I now call upon Dr. Anuruddha Shetty to come on the stage and do the honors. Next in line is Mr. Joel Pantraj, Abhinav Institute of Technology. So please continue. It is Tuti Patel, Sharp HRD Services Private Limited. May I now call upon Anga Davulkar madam to come up the stage. Next is Mr. Vikas Kumar Vishwakarma, Sharp HRD Services Private Limited. Madam, please continue. The next is Mr. Haresh Mudeshwar, Brihan Mumbai Electric Supply and Transport Undertaking. Priyanka Rane to do the honors, and we have Mr. Sai Navalkar, IIT Bombay. Very much. Thank you very much. May I now request Dr. Ashok Chavan, our campus director, to come to the dais and address the gathering. Sir, please.
Good afternoon. No voice. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much. So, first of all, I am very happy to tell you that the panel for the discussion on the topic relevance of curriculum in the wake of autonomy, bridging the gap between industry demands and academic standards, was of very high standard in terms of their wisdom, in terms of their experiences, and in terms of the inputs they have shared. So I would like to thank at the outset. I will be very short and brief in giving the closing remarks. So also I would like to appreciate and thank coming to our campus the board and the deputy director of board, Sri Nikhil Kangreji, who has come up with an in 2025 they have launched this apprenticeship embedded degree program or diploma program. That is a wonderful initiative. And few years back they have been here on the campus. 4 years back there were a few requirements, but today they have enhanced to 1,50,000. That is a big shift. Coming to the panel discussion. So what are the takeaways I would like to share, and how we are going to take up this message from this August room, where we have a lot of deliberations on different things. So Mr. Akshay Varadkar, who is alumnus of this college, we are happy to see you here again. When first time we have met here downstairs, he was trying to recognize whether he knows me and like that. So thank you, Mr. Akshay. Change is inevitable. That is a very important message he has shared. And if you want to bridge the gap, we have to bring the industry and the colleges together, academia together, sit together, and follow up the industry for the change is very much important. You have to go to the industry, try to find what are the changes are there, and that is what is the message from him. As well, the certification is just not important. Application of learning through the certificate courses is very important, what he has shared. So our faculty members and students has to learn and understand this. We are very happy to see Mr. Gaurav Gilani, who was supposed to go to US, so he has left early. But he has had very important things to share with us, like a very useful and the insightful example he has shared right in the beginning, that an interior designing. If an interior designing is done only by the designer without the inputs of the owner of that house or the company, it is not going to solve the problem. The same way, industry has to give the input and academy has to understand that and give back to the industry. Coming together is also an experiential learning is very important, what he has said, and we have to understand that while designing the curriculum. So we have to bring the industry people on board of studies while designing the curriculum, because we have got now an autonomy, where autonomy is the freedom to design the curriculum, but it has come with a responsibility to deliver. Not only designing, but delivery is also very important. And where we look at Amol sir, who has said, rightly said, voice of customer is very important. Customer is our industry. We should understand the industry. Delivery mechanism, sometimes the curriculum is best, sometimes inputs are taken from the industry, but the delivery mechanism at the institute level is not so good, then this model will also fail. So failure should not be there. So we have to look into all the parameters and aspects, because there are many colleges are also here, industries are here, we welcome you all. So this is a very important thing that takeaway I can say. Then faculty development is important for us to look into while doing the curriculum. Lot of hard work we have to do as a college in terms of development of faculty and to not only educating them but giving some additional. He has come with a medical college example, like they are mapping to the students with the hospital. Whatever they are learning in the medical college or hospital, same thing they are doing in the field when they become a doctor. Same thing we have to do, and Coach Sir has given insight that starting some industry labs where we can give the inputs to the students and make them understand what is the industry readiness. So Ravi Gaur, who is also, we are very happy to welcome here. He is a alumnus of this college and he has given the input like practical environment is missing in the colleges where that is application part, that is, and student has to take an initiative in learning. Not only college will do everything, all infrastructure, teachers will learn, try to tell them the new things, industry is having, everything is there, but students are not having that attitude and aptitude. So the model will also fail. The student part is also very, very important, and how to motivate them, how to bring them and inculcate these things what we want to really want to make it employable or startup ready or bringing new things in the society. So that is his input. And new tools need to be learned by the electronics stream students. That is one thing he has shared with us. Rajan sir, he being the superstar when it comes to the placement sector, he along with his Maharashtra Training Placement Association has bring a total shift and change in the engineering learning, because they have made the placement is so very much important for the parents and students, and they have created a culture in Maharashtra regarding the placement. So we are very happy, and he has now become the president of All India. That is great. Even Director of Technical Education and ministers also appreciated his team for his hard work and change which they have brought to the engineering education. So thank you, sir, and your inputs are very much valuable. As you said, Goka and Oka ही system आता चालणार नहीं है. Now we need to be more problem solvers. See, and he rightly said, students are here for 4 years and 40 years industries, so mapping is very much essential, and use cases need to, like we had a CDC meeting yesterday for Law College, and our General Secretary, who is always active and dynamic in providing the atmosphere and environment, and he being a driving force in quality education, he said, I will give you a lot of cases of the code for the students to learn. This I'm talking about Law College. Let them learn those cases practically. Let them understand, write themselves as a repetitions, etc. That will help. So same way, you need to use cases in the engineering education also, and right from the college day one, we have to get our students to understand what industry needs, and he has said about how he is providing the programming for 80 hours of programming, and aptitude is very, very important for the students that need to be learned, and training of teachers is very essential, and project internships are very essential. So thank you, sir. Mr. Manoj Kumar Jha, who is also an alumnus of this college, and we are very proud that alumnus are now coming as industry people here on this campus. That is a credit to our institution. And he said about now just learning few skills is not useful today, because you need to have full stack developer you have to become, and industry participation will definitely come if you invite the industry on the board. And being smart on AI is required. You have to be AI friendly, so you have not to worry about what AI is going to bring to you, but you need to be very friendly to the AI. And one of our academy friend, Deepak Kumar Goswami ji from Pune, he is from Applied Arts Department. He said we need to be student centric faculty to learn and guide industry needs, and learning some of the tools in terms of applied arts is essential. Intensive problem solving activity is essential. And last but not the least, Coach Sir has deliberated many issues and very important inputs he has given as one of the very important academies here. So I would like to share that also. Quality of education, where if you want to have a quality of education, the concept is very important. Understanding, analysis and design are very important. You cannot go beyond that and you cannot jump directly to the core subjects. Then courses of ability to design should be purposeful. Purpose-based courses should be there. Whatever courses we bring into the curriculum, it should be purpose-driven. Then ability of students need to be assessed. What are the abilities of the students, and based on that we have to give inputs to them. Implementation and assessment, authority and responsibility comes with the autonomy. And one more thing he has shared about when it comes to electronics, the things are going to change in over some years, because 6 of the semiconductor industries are coming. They have started already. RRP has come in New Bombay. Ulve, they have given 100 acres of land by government of Maharashtra. So 24,000 crore that RRP industry is investing in that. So it is going to be in a big way. And when I had attended an international conference on semiconductor at Pune in month of January, we have seen, and there was a lot of deliberation discussion that some hundreds of companies will come in semiconductor sector, and India is going to have a huge scope when it comes to semiconductor. So those who are in the electronic sector, you need to understand this and train your students in that direction. Continuous learning and interaction with industry is very essential, as I said. And then task-oriented practicals due to industry. With the help of industry, task-oriented, the training should be, the practical should be task-oriented, and student has to start from day one, that is first day of their college, towards looking at a career, how they are going to build their career. AI is not a problem, but it is an opportunity, what he said, and teaching has to change to OBE, that is outcome-based education is essential. And there comes the play of the teacher, not as a teacher but as a mentor. We need to build the capacities of the mentor, and he has given a very good example by IIT Madras and some external programs Coach Sir has shared about. So all these deliberations were very important. Now the final takeaway is what I understand, my perspective is, we need to get connected with the industry, understand regularly their demands. Being we are autonomous, we can implement maximum of that, or at least advise them to take up some add-on courses and get well versed with that, have an attitude and aptitude of learning, have a continuous learning. And for our teachers, for this college, we are happy these inputs will help us in designing the curriculum. Especially, it is not just changing the subject, it is changing the content of those subjects is also essential. Because curriculum design we want to change, if we say, it is not, basic fundamental courses will remain same with subjects, but add on value addition and keeping the fundamentals strong. If we go, we will excel. So this will be the message for this conclave by all the panelists, and we understand this. And many more colleges, those who will come in the autonomy, also follow the message from industry and inputs from the panelists. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let me have a quick vote of thanks. As the Industry-Institute Conclave is coming to an end, I propose to thank all of you for helping us to make it a success. First of all, I profusely thank the 8 panelists who have acknowledged our request and agreed to be a part of the same. Thank you very much for enlightening us with your insightful conversation. In particular, we would like to express our gratitude towards Sri Amol Chavan, Dr. Sheetal Kumar Raundade, Sri Gaurav Gelani, Dr. S.M. Khoch, Sri Ashay Varadkar, Sri Manish Kumar Jha, Professor Dipankar Goswami, and Sri Ravi Gaur. We thank you to our student Rushi Sawant for being a moderator for the panel discussion. Rest assured, Rushi, you did a good job. Next, we would like to express our heartfelt thank you towards the HRs who have given their presence for this conclave. Thank you very much, and without your active participation, this gathering would not have taken place. So please accept our appreciation and affection. We also fondly note the help and support extended by the officials of Board of Apprenticeship Training, Western Region, Mumbai, especially the Director, Shri P.N. Zumle, and the Assistant Director of Training, Shri Nikhil Gamble. Thank you, sir, for helping us see this conclave through. Hope we will continue our association for mutual benefits. Going further, we would like to thank the Honorable Management of Vasant Patil Pratishthan, especially Advocate Shri Appasaheb Desai, Shri Ravindra Ghorpade sir, for your constant guidance and support. We also note the support provided by Campus Director Dr. Ashok Chavan and other office bearers of VPPCOE&VA. Thank you very much. We also thank the sponsors who contributed for this conclave, the ICFI Business School Powai, Mumbai, and Genius Gateway Study Abroad Consultants, Mumbai. Last but not the least, the TPO students coordinators who have been working tirelessly for the last 15 days or so, conceiving, planning and executing this IIC, tired but not down, up for the challenge, and that too always. Take our word, your hard work matters, and this conclave would not have been possible without your help and hard work. We thank you, each one of you, for whatever you have done to make this a success. Thank you very much. If inadvertently we have missed anyone, rest assured you are important and that we uphold the help and support provided by you. Thank you very much. Now we will go for the national anthem. The function is coming to an end, and I request all of you to stand for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you very much. Audience, we will have a group photo. After that, we will proceed for the lunch. Please come here for the group photo. Charles, please come. बस
आरामात आरामात त्यांच्या बॅग्स आहेत. वेदांत हॅरी हॅरी टेस्टिमोनियल्स बंद कर हा ते बंद कर पहिला. आणि टेस्टिमोनियल्स घेतले काय ते अर्ध्यांचे दिसते कसं